It's a new year, y'all. And for me, I've never been one to do resolutions. I do solutions. And for the past almost 2 years, I've been drinking AG1 every single day, thanks to my brother, Dr. Andrew Huberman, who turned me on to this incredible product. Every day, every morning, no exceptions. Just one scoop and a glass of water. They also make packs that you can travel with. That's been very, very helpful for me as a active touring person. Having these packets with me all around the world has been really, really helpful. So if you're a musician or somebody that is always on the go, the travel packs are incredible. AG1 delivers my daily dose of vitamins, minerals, and pre and probiotics. It's very powerful, it's very healthy, and it's really simple, man. Healthy aging shouldn't feel complicated. The thought of taking multiple supplements and all these types of vitamins and stuff and powders, it's truly exhausting for me. I've never been one to take a lot of multivitamins anyway throughout my whole life. I always prided myself in just eating vegetables and eating all the stuff I need naturally, not in a pill form. So this is incredible. It covers my nutrient gaps. It supports my mental and physical health. AG1 is hassle-free, 60 seconds every morning. It's the high-quality ingredients of pre and probiotics, adaptogens and antioxidants, and whole food sourced nutrients. I drink it every single day. Every batch of AG1s goes through rigorous testing processes, and their ingredients are sourced for absorption, potency, and nutrient density. If there's one product I can suggest you guys, is the AG1s, man. This has been a life changer for me. So go to ag1.com/OLLC and you can get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. With AG1, I know I'm getting essential brain, gut, and immune health support, vitamins, probiotics, and nutrients for the day, and it's helped my mental and physical. So if there's one thing I can recommend to you guys, it's AG1s. It's my nutritional insurance. I pride myself as almost being 54 years old, not going to the doctor all the time. Knock on wood. I've been healthy my whole life and try to strive to be a healthy person, stay young, stay full of energy, and still do the things I love that I did as a kid. That's why I still skateboard, play music, exercise. So start the year off right. AG1, ag1.com/OLLC. Yo, Liquid Death, thank you so much for hydrating all my guests, taking care of me and my family and my friends. Love your water, love your brand, love what you stand for, love what you give back to the community. If you want to learn more about Liquid Death and how it started, listen to episode 115 with the co-founder, owner, and creator of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario. Just a punk rock skateboarding kid from Delaware with a dream. It's an incredible story, incredible journey. So if you go liquiddeath.com/Toby, you get free shipping on any items you order from liquiddeath.com. If you want to just get Liquid Death water, go to amazon.com. But for the merchandise and other cool items, exclusive items, go to liquiddeath.com/Toby and get free shipping. Thank you so much, Liquid Death. Death to plastic, murder your thirst. Stay hydrated. You know H2O saves lives. Welcome to the One Life One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. Today I have Jason Alexander Cruz from Strung Out in my house. Thank you for being here, brother.
Thank you for having me.
This is awesome. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw you or how I met you. I probably met you on the Warped Tour or something.
Last time I saw you was in San Diego. You played with us. It might have been Brick by Brick or something like that.
Oh, shit, that's right.
You had long hair, too.
Oh, that was a terrible time in my life.
No, it was cool.
What year was that? That was a long time, man.
It was like 2015, 2016.
Okay. Damn, that's right. That was a sick show. That was a fun show.
Yeah, you killed it.
Thank you. I know I had long hair for I was going through that. My son said it looked so creepy with that shit. I remember having my hair. Before we get to start the interview, I want to get a question out. This fact or fiction. Are you related to Jimmy Gestapo?
Our guitar player Rob is related to Jimmy.
So it's not you. It's somebody in the band.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up because I felt like when we first started, first started playing New York, the reason we had such good shows, I think, was because of Jimmy.
Looking out for his cousin.
Yeah, it was. And
wow.
That time was awesome, but I remember the shows, because of Jimmy's nod, I think that it kind of helped us a little bit in that area. Like
kind of like a warm welcome into the scene in New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. It's crazy, you guys. Was it 1989 you guys were formed?
1990.
1990, okay, around 89, 90. That's still a long time, and that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And you started the band when you were in school?
When I was in high school, yeah, and I dropped out and then just went for it.
Yeah, you walked away from a scholarship too, huh?
Art. I had an art scholarship.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I figured what better way to be an artist than to go on tour.
No, 100%. That's still super young too. That's pretty cool to already do that in school, you know?
Yeah.
Well, how were you in school?
How was I?
Yeah.
It was terrible in school. I hated school. I ditched all the time to go skating. Skating
That
was my
it.
life.
Wow.
Skating.
And how are your grades?
My grades were terrible. I got A's in art, A's in creative writing, and all the rest were terrible, you know?
Yeah.
And nobody noticed. You know, I was always daydreaming, getting into trouble, and I guess I had ADD, but nobody could see the pattern of what I was what was developing inside of me, and work towards my strengths. It was just, you were a bad kid. I was a bad kid.
Yeah.
You know,
you were spazzy.
I just wasn't. I couldn't focus.
Same.
I could not focus.
But you could focus on things you liked,
like the illustrations in the book that I was trying to read.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
You know,
yeah.
or
I think that's pretty normal though. Stuff you love, people that are artists or creatives and stuff, like you focus on the things you love, the other things you give a fuck about. I don't know.
Yeah,
seems like a theme.
I think the older I get, the more I realize that dropping out of high school was probably the smartest thing I ever did.
Wow.
Honestly,
were your parents supportive of that?
I was already out of the house by then. I was on my own. I was
we were just
working.
talking before the pod about like my son's 21, still lives at home, and how that's so different. Like I was out at 17, you probably were as well.
Yep.
Do you have any siblings?
I have two brothers and a sister.
Were they into the same stuff you were in, or?
No. My brother's a firefighter. My other brother graduated from Stanford.
Wow.
My sister's a mom, so I was the big brother, crazy big brother.
Wow. And so I think your parents were playing music in the household too, growing up as well, right?
My mom was a sad drunk, so she played a lot of music, and kind of, you know, all that old Lou Rawls and a lot of old soul music and Elvis and, you know, Patsy Cline, stuff like that.
Classic shit though, yeah. What was your exposure to skateboarding and punk rock and stuff?
I think I started skateboarding in 1985, 86.
Ooh, yeah.
First board was a Hosoi.
Nice.
And
Shout out to Soy.
It was Venice.
Okay.
Venice was like the Holy Land.
Okay.
There wasn't much there.
Yeah.
And anytime you could get a ride to go to Venice, and when you were a kid in the 80s, it was like a trip to the Holy Land.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely scary back then too, I'm sure.
It was all of LA was scary.
Yeah.
You know, Echo Park was scary.
Oh yeah. Highland Park too.
Dude.
Yeah.
And there wasn't much at Venice. There was just the boardwalk, and there was the pavilion area and like some walls. And I couldn't believe that this is where it was all
All started.
Yeah.
Wow. So where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Pacoima.
Okay.
Silmar area, and then moved around a lot to Palmdale and
a lot of desert stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like you found some kids that were skaters in your neighborhood and stuff growing up?
Yeah,
or?
that was always, I moved around a lot, so it was always easy to find friends when you had a skate shirt on.
Totally.
Did you, how old were you when you started skating?
Same thing, like 82, 83, yeah.
And you grew up in New York?
I was born in Massachusetts, started skating in Rhode Island.
What's skating like back there?
Just street skating. Well, actually, it was more ramps and stuff back then, half pipes. Yeah,
because the sidewalks suck.
Yeah, totally. yeah. But seeing somebody wearing a T-shirt, you're like, you found that's your tribe. Like, you know right away that person's into the same thing you are. It might be different now, the way a lot of punk shirts are in different stores. That's a wholly different conversation. But back then, you actually knew somebody was into skating.
Yeah, it was instant friend.
Yeah. So, so you quit school, but your grades are good.
They were not good, except in art. And,
that's right. Well, were you going to graduate if you didn't quit?
I probably would have graduated.
Yeah.
It was a conscious decision. Like, fuck this. I'm not learning anything. And I regret it. For a long time, I regretted it. You know, I thought, why did you do that? Like, you know, and.
Did you get a GED?
No.
Okay.
I've never needed, I've survived by the skin of my teeth so far, you know, but I look back and I think of my mindset back then, and it wasn't like I was fucking off. It was like almost like a political decision. Like, I made a decision, like, I resist this. I'm going to live my life in spite of what they're trying to, you know.
Yeah.
I was too punk for my own good back then, and it took like 40 years for me to like reconcile it and be like, yeah.
Were you working a job in high school too?
I always worked. I think that's the one thing my dad instilled in me that saved me was work ethic.
What kind of jobs?
I did everything. I did construction. I did delivered newspapers. I did try to sell newspaper subscriptions.
Nice.
I did a lot of like temporary work where you go to a temp agency and they give you a random job for a week, and you got to learn. I got to learn this. That got me through for a big part of starting the band.
Okay.
You know, painting houses, whatever, just learning it all.
Yeah. Who came up with the name Strung Out?
I don't remember. It was terrible name. The terrible name.
It works though.
I don't know. It's terrible. It's the worst name ever.
Because you think like maybe people in the band are like all like on drugs and they're all like partying.
We weren't on. No, we weren't.
Yeah. It wasn't like that. It was just came out.
Yeah. I wish I had a better story.
And one of your first real shows was Depeche Mode in '86.
That was my
first concert.
Yeah, first concert. Yeah,
wow.
At the Rose Bowl. I love Depeche Mode.
Sick. That's a great first show.
Still my favorite band of all time.
Who went to the show with you?
Just my aunt. My aunt
That's
took
cool.
me. Yeah.
Wow. And then what about your first punk show?
First punk show was just a bunch of local bands in Moore Park, California. Purple Holocaust, I remember they called. A lot of straight edge bands. I was straight edge for a long time.
Really?
I used to hang out with these. It was called Hardline Straight Edge.
Oh yeah, I know that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Outspoken.
Yeah.
Instead, and all those.
Love Instead, man. Bonds of Friendship, incredible album. Yeah.
God, all those bands.
Well, you grew up with those? You were just around them?
All through high school, all my friends were getting high and getting fucked up. I was straight edge, so I was the designated driver.
Wow.
And yeah, that got me. Skateboarding and that kind of got me through high school.
Did you try stuff before you became straight edge, or you just didn't try anything then?
I didn't really try anything, and then I kind of dove off the deep end when I dropped out and started partying and doing a lot of drugs and drinking and experimenting with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like heavy drugs or no?
Yeah, the heavy drugs. Yeah, I did everything. But to me, drugs were always like a tool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I used them as like a means to like be creative.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to know what heroin was like because some of my favorite authors were heroin addicts. I wanted to know what speed was like because Jack Kerouac was on speed. You know, Bob Dylan did speed. Like, I want to know, like, what is it, you know, like, what's the deal with it?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how, you know, I wrote a lot about it in songs and stuff, but I was never a guy to get fucked up just for the sake of getting fucked up. I wanted to change my consciousness, you know. I wanted to LSD, and I wanted to just explore and use them and I could never get addicted. I never got addicted because I was a skater and all my friends, we checked each other.
That's cool.
We never let ourselves get too far gone, you know. And skateboarding always brought me down to earth. You know, you can't skate and be fucked up.
No, hell no.
And it meant more to me than that. So
yeah. Did you have some crazy, like, no close to overdoses, nothing like that?
No, I had some dark moments, but I always had a pretty good, strong constitution.
Yeah.
Like come on back over here.
Come on, Stella. We'll have to edit you out. I'll get her out of here. So.
Yeah.
Get you out of here. Go. You can't be barking in the podcast, man. We'll edit you out. Come on, go out here. Go see Mama. You can't get back in anymore. You're banned.
But she didn't fart on me yet.
No, she didn't. Damn. But she's always barking on the podcast anyway. So yeah, you were saying like it didn't really affect you too much, and it was more creative for you. Drugs are more creative.
I tried. You know, I always try to do it from that kind of angle, I guess.
Yeah. And then, so when you quit school and you're doing your band, is it just band full time and then you're just working in between shows? And
yeah.
Was there like, when you quit for the band, was there a small following where you grew up at?
There was nothing, but
you just went for it.
We went for it, and then that's when the whole punk explosion.
Yeah.
93.
The year punk broke. All that
yeah,
shit.
93, 94 was like. It couldn't have been more perfect for me, you know. Like we got our foot in the door, and got swept away, like you did, you know.
Same.
We got swept away.
Was it Fat Records, the first records?
Fat Records was our label since the beginning.
Yeah, look at all your records. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Every time I see a band that has like so many records, I feel like such a loser because we have like 6 albums out. Like the work you guys put in there's a lot of records, man. Grinded, man. Yeah,
you're like the East Coast equivalent of us, though. You're always out working, always out.
But not making records. You made a lot of fucking records, man. I made like 6. When I see that, I'm like, damn, are we lazy? Like, what is the deal? Like, that's so much lyrics. It's awesome, man. It's a lot of things you cut out. Like, you always write. Plus, you have a new record coming. Obviously, we'll talk about that. But you've always written stuff. You always written notes or poetry or. Journaling.
I need music to write lyrics. I need a template.
Okay.
I need somebody to write we need to write like I need the mood.
Same.
You know, I can't just like, write lyrics. Here's, you know, I don't have notebooks laying around of poetry.
Yeah. I would just write notes of subjects that while I'm in the studio hearing the songs, I'm like, okay, what's this topic going to be about, I guess, right?
That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
What is this going to be about? Mm-hmm. I like to like figure out what the song's going to be about and then be elusive about it.
Okay.
You know, almost the equivalent of writing a sentence and taking every other word out. So it's not obvious right away. Mm-hmm. So the listener gets something out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not all about me. It's more about what that listener discovers that's inside of them.
Yeah, their own interpretation of the song.
Yeah. I like offering that, you know.
Is Strung Out your first band?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
same. I've been in one band for 30 years. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Do you play guitar or anything?
No, man. Do you? Oh, yeah, obviously you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I love guitar. I'm not very good at it, but I love playing guitar.
Yeah. Did you continue skating too all throughout your life, like when graduated from school and all that stuff?
I kind of stopped skating about 4 years ago when
4 years ago, that's it?
broke my wrist on a pebble. On a fucking pebble.
That's old man shit.
Yeah.
So you broke your wrist. Is it first time breaking something?
First time, no, second time, but it was bad. It was a bad break.
Just hit a pebble.
Hit a pebble going really fast. And I didn't get up like I used to. And
oh, man.
it's funny. I like talking about skateboarding with you because I don't have very many friends that skate anymore.
Yeah.
Very few. But skateboarding, every year I was doing it, I was getting worse and worse at it. Like I felt like my age was, and it was bumming me out. I felt like I was the oldest guy at the skate park. Every time I got hurt, it took longer to heal. And it was bumming me out, and I needed to maybe take a break from it. So I started doing martial arts.
That's good.
And now I want skateboarding again in my life. I miss it. You know, I've kind of reconciled that.
It's just different though when you have like, you're trying to go on tour, you're trying to perform, and like the chances of getting hurt at her age, like, do you want to balance that? I told you before, like, I get paid to play, not to skate. So like, I got to figure out what my priority is going to be as far as skating again, because I got hurt. You know, it's like, I don't want to fuck up these tours and be limping on stage, or because I'm trying to do some trick from 1984.
But you're smooth like that. I'm telling you, that invert did something to me. Like to see you pull an invert was like, fucking, there he is. Like, there it is right there. Like, Toby's killing it right now, making us all look bad, you know?
Do you skate ramps too? Did you skate ramps?
Mini ramps.
Yeah, I love mini ramps.
Not vert. I was never good at vert. Vert was terrifying.
What about street skating?
So I lived for street skating. I moved to downtown LA for a long time just because of the street skating.
Okay.
I used to love to start out downtown on Wilshire and then skate I skated to Venice once from Wilshire downtown. My friends would come over and we would just, I had the spot and we would just skate all over downtown. It was the mecca.
That's cool. You got kick flips?
Yeah, kick flips.
Damn, I never do one of those.
Yeah, kick flips. I've never.
Shove-its?
Shove-its are the best, but handrails, I never fucked around with handrails.
Never did that. My son does that shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So he skates?
Yeah, because my wife worked at the barracks for 10 years, so he grew up skating there.
Nice.
So he does all the stairs, all that stuff. I just watch him. Like, that was never my thing, man.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm 80s guy.
Yeah. Get on the board and journey. Go.
Yeah. I have like my bag of tricks that I pull out. I have like 5 or 6 staples, like bonelesses and nose picks and backside laybacks. Just stuff like that I can still do.
Frontside rocks?
No, never.
Oh my God, frontside rocks.
You do them?
Oh, I love frontside rocks.
Holy shit. I was just talking to Lizzie Armato about that because she does them too, but not much. It's a really tricky, it's with the way you turn your neck and your body. And they're so sexy looking. They're so cool looking.
If you do them right, they're sexy.
I know.
And it's like the front half of your body and the lower half of your body are different. Like they're almost turned differently, you know?
Yeah.
Like your top half is waiting to turn.
It's such a weird trick.
It is a weird
trick. So you do those smooth? You got those?
Yeah, on a good day, yeah. Damn. Cab can slide frontside rocks.
Let's talk about people like Cab and seeing Cab and Tony Hawk and Hosoi and all these dudes still ripping. It's so inspiring.
Hosoi's ripping.
But they've been doing that forever.
Yeah.
We've been doing other things in between. You know, we're their parents too. Like we're doing music, other things, but that's their life. So it's like, I don't know. It's crazy. When I see them, I'm like, shit, I can skate forever because of them.
Hosoi was good at everything.
Yeah. And looked cool too.
He looked great. We did an art show in New York.
Yeah, pumpkin paintbrushes?
Yeah, and I actually got Emily, Emily.
Yeah.
She put us in a room together, and I'd never met Hosoi before in my life. And he was a childhood hero. And
were you geeking on him?
He got in at like 2 a.m. and I got in at like 9, and I was exhausted, and I fell asleep in my hotel. And he walked in at 2 and was just ready to go. And I was out, and it was a weird. You were
sharing a room?
Yeah, we're sharing a tiny ass room in New York.
That's crazy.
It was a weird way to meet your hero, you know.
Wow.
And we hung out for the whole weekend, and we prayed together at the end of the day, at the end of each night.
I've done that with him before too.
Yeah, and it was cool. I walked around New York and had pizza with him, and
that's so sick.
Got to hang out in his shadow.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's a dream. That's crazy, man.
It was a dream.
I feel like Christian Hosoi is the first one to set it off with the cut off sleeves and like the shirt torn down to like you can see his whole side. You know what I mean? Inspired Barker and a bunch of people that whole style, the cut off shirt.
Yep.
that swag, that flair he had,
swag,
and like around his waist when he flew in the air.
All the stuff flip.
Dude,
The
his
cape.
hair. He was a rock star though.
Yeah,
he lived that shit too. He's a real one. Yeah,
he still is.
But it's crazy, like meeting your heroes and like growing up loving these dudes and meeting them, and then fucking realizing like they're just people like us.
Yeah,
and they're not much older either. They seem so, I don't know, so much older and like so like, I don't know, seeing magazines growing up, and then you end up being friends with them.
Cab seems older to me just because he's like the wise. He's like a monk.
Yeah.
And when he talks, I just don't say anything. I listen, and he's
true.
He thinks about everything that he says, and everything that he says has weight to it. And I've learned a lot from him. I went to Japan with him, and I love it's nice to like surrender yourself to somebody that knows more than you.
Yeah.
And I find that
and learn more, right?
And just shut up and just listen.
Yeah. Listening more instead of just talking all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of wisdom, those dudes. They've been through a lot of things, and it's cool to see them still here and still shredding, and I love following them and fucking running into them. It's like, it's cool, man. Who would have thought, like, in our 50s, we'd be hanging out with our heroes, and they'd still be skating. We'd be skating, too. It's crazy, man.
That's one thing about you I always noticed, too, is you're good at... You're good at like looking like listening to people's stories and making it like bringing it in and making it a part of your philosophy. Like you've always been. I've noticed that about you. You're not like a blabbermouth. You're good at like absorbing people and absorbing people's energy and reflecting it back. Like
thank you.
It's cool.
I love these conversations. I met you a bunch of times throughout my life, but we never sat down and talked ever.
No.
Played shows or like Warped Tour and all that stuff. And
sometimes energies are like people are lead singer energy.
Yeah.
lead singer guy.
We're totally messed up. I know. We're not normal. But think about the Warped Tour, how important that was and how it connected so many people, man. It was such an incredible thing.
I took it for granted.
Yeah, maybe it was a pain in the ass too, of course. Like not know what time you play until you wake up that morning. At 10 a.m., you might be playing at 11. Like everybody's equal in that way with the stages and stuff.
Yeah.
But the traveling, brutal. It was just like... But the shows are great most of the time.
Yeah, I didn't know at the time that we're going to look back and those, like I see pictures from the 90s. I'm like, I had no idea that it was going to be remembered or held in such high regard as it is now, you know? I probably would have tried to play better or got more sleep. I didn't care, you know?
Yeah.
I think I'm a better singer now than I was back then. I actually care about it now and I think about it more.
Were you warming up back then and stuff like that?
No, I wasn't doing shit.
Yeah,
I was staying up way too late. And
yeah. Were you partying in the band back then?
You know, Strung Out's hard.
Yeah.
Hard. I didn't party much on tours. It's hard to play in Strung Out.
Okay.
There's a lot of notes, and they play those guys are really good.
Okay.
So I had to keep up with those guys, and I think that was a big, yeah.
Yeah. So when was it when Strung Out started, when you actually felt like, I'm going to be doing this. This is going to be a career. Did you ever think about it as a career? Did you ever think like, holy shit, like, not that we made it, but like, this is a full-time thing for me?
It just kept happening.
Yeah.
It wasn't until probably a couple years ago where I thought, okay, I'm either going to quit this and get a fucking straight job.
Yeah.
Or just keep going and make it and do it right. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where we're at right now. We're all like, here we are. You know, I'm 50. Rob's, you know, we're all older now. And it's like, what are we going to do? We're writing the best stuff we've ever written. Yeah. I feel, and we're getting it right finally.
Yeah.
It sucks that we're old now, though, but...
But still, I feel young. I think playing music and doing what you love, it keeps us young.
You look good, too. You don't look weird up there.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Some bands look weird out there, right?
Some bands look weird, yeah.
I think Keith Morris looks sick up there still. 65, dreads, jumping around.
Jesus
He's going
Christ.
off. It's not like he's like his back hurts. He's going off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kevin Seconds I saw recently sounds incredible. Like those kind of bands that are still doing, like it's really inspiring. Agnostic Front, Vinny Stigma. He's like 65. Yeah. Do you know? Like he looks so young.
Sick of It All looks good.
Yeah, same, dude. But I think it's because we're still doing what we love. I don't know. We're kind of big kids too. Like being in a band, you're like big kids.
Yeah, yeah.
We have responsibilities at home when you go on tour. You like with your brothers. You're talking dumb shit, telling stupid jokes. You know, not really no responsibilities, but playing on stage with them. I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, you look like you can still move too. A lot of these guys still look like they can. They're not geriatric yet.
That's why I stay in shape, dude. I try to for sure. My cardio, all that stuff, so I can be on point. Like I'm mentally training for months for this first tour of the year, like in May. You know what I mean? Just so I could be great on stage. You know.
It's nice. I've been watching. You're an inspiration.
Thank you.
It's
man.
awesome.
What kind of shoes you wear on stage? It's really important for your back. We're going to talk about people wearing Vans on stage is so bad for you.
I want to wear my motorcycle boots because
can't do
it's
that
punk,
shit.
but I can't do it. I always say I'm going to stand still. I'm going to hold the mic and I'll use the mic stand. And I'm going to sing good. No, that's out the fucking window.
I'm seeing people later on in life who are having issues with their backs. I'm like wearing Converse and Vans on stage forever. Like jumping up and down the flat-footed shoes. It looks so cool in the photos. Like Ramon's wearing.
So funny, dude.
Ramon's wearing Chucks. Ramon's never jumped in the air or nothing like that. they stood there and rocked. But like Vans on stage are like now people wearing like Hokas and running shoes on stage.
If you're from like I don't want to, but if you're at a hardcore band or from the East Coast, you can get away with like
that's true.
You know,
Jordans and shit, Air Maxes.
I'm rocking Pumas, like old school Pumas.
Yeah.
And you're right about the back thing. It sucks.
Just when you get older, you feel it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think it is that keeps you guys going so long? Like, you just love it still?
Yeah, we write killer shit.
Yeah.
You know, like we there's
and the fans are there and they're excited. And it's like, yeah.
Even if they weren't there, we'd probably still do it.
Mm-hmm.
We write. We get together and it's like electricity.
Yeah.
We all write. We all have like ideas and we fight for ideas and
that's cool.
It's amazing, man. I started the other bands to take pressure off of Strung Out, so I don't have to expect them to get too weird.
Yeah.
So Strung Out's fun right now.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot going on in the world. I feel like it's the real only, but you know, we're having a good conversation right here, but to me, I still feel like I can truly like get things out with songs.
There's still things that like you want to get off your chest and scream about and talk about that are going on in the world.
Crazy shit going on, and I feel like Strung Out match, like we can, it fits.
Yeah. It's therapeutic too.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like writing songs and screaming and singing about things as opposed to like people on the internet just talking shit about things and actually doing things about it. Internet's such a cesspool of negativity and crazy stressful things in the world, but like being in a band, we get to write about it and sing about it and express it, and hopefully people connect to it and sing along to it instead of just making a post about something. Do you know what I mean?
The process of making a record, the process of making music is what's healing for me.
Yeah.
The compromise and the freedom and all these dual kind of things going on, and the end result usually is it's when I'm done with it, I'm on to something else. I don't really, you know, it's not mine anymore.
Yeah,
it's not when it's done and people, it's the person that bought it. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you're getting out of it anymore. For me, it was actually making it. That's the key.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a
and then once it's out there, it's like it's everybody's art. It's everybody's too. Like, yeah.
You're what's this thing? You're not entitled to the fruits of your labor. You're only entitled to the labor itself. Somebody told me that
that's
once.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. That makes sense.
You know.
Yeah. Damn.
The fact that we get to do it.
Yeah.
Is everything.
No, I'm very blessed to still get to play music and people still care. We get offered shows and we get to play with new young bands and go on tour. My son plays drums in the band now, so that's
Wait, your son plays in H2O?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, he's been in the band for 2 years, yeah.
That's amazing.
It's crazy, yeah.
My 13-year-old daughter doesn't give a shit about anything I do. I always wondered, like, what it'd be like to have a son that's like, looks up like, Dad, you're cool, you know, like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It just happened and worked out. My drummer had a shoulder injury. Just everything worked out perfect, but like, and he's incredible, man. We're like a brand new band. It's really crazy, dude.
Sometimes you got to put new batteries in the machine.
Yeah, I see a lot of bands doing that as of recently too. New drummers, younger people, different things. It just like reignites them.
Yeah.
We actually needed that. But yeah, my son doesn't even love hardcore. He knows this band from growing up around it, but he's into his own shit like black metal and shitty hip hop and all. I love you, Max. Like just crazy different things I'm not into. But
he's bringing that flavor to your sound.
Totally. And he's like writing the set list and stuff. It's crazy, man.
Nice.
So what is your daughter into? What is she into?
She's doing taekwondo.
Okay.
Taekwondo. Thank God. She's in the weird hip hop. Or what kind
of hip hop is she into?
I don't even know, man.
Do you listen to it with her or go to shows or?
No, I don't. I listen to.
I've been dragged out to some hip hop shows. It was interesting and it kind of won me over.
Yeah, send me some stuff to win me. Show me.
Yeah. What is she like? Do you know it's like mumble rap stuff or like?
What's that? I don't even know. What's
Ice Spice?
Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Is she cool?
She's cool.
Yeah.
She's hosting SNL this weekend. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check her out.
Josh, yeah. Ariana Grande, you mean?
Ariana Grande.
I always say her name wrong. I always fucking say her name wrong. Yeah. How about Taylor Swift now?
Yeah, Taylor Swift's awesome.
She's sick, right?
Yeah.
I back her.
I back her too.
She's super positive for the kids. I think people are really stoked on her. She brings people together.
And she can play guitar.
Yeah.
She looks like she can actually write a song.
And she's super talented.
Every time she puts it on, I'm like, this is great.
Yeah. I'd like to see her live. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, me too.
Is there like a certain record that you guys put out that you love the best, or that kind of, or maybe even like changed your guys' position where you were as a band, like a big record or a big song or a moment?
It's always the new one.
Okay, yeah, I love that.
It's an awakening, you know.
Yeah, Dead Rebellion.
Dead Rebellion, yeah.
It's a hard name.
It got us through the pandemic.
Yeah,
we didn't know what we were gonna be, if we were gonna be a band anymore. You know, all that uncertainty of.
It was a crazy time, dude.
Do we want to do this anymore? Like, there's so much to think about. It seems so hard. Like, God, we did that for 30 years. We got in that van and hit it hard, you know. And do we want to keep doing it? Like, do we have it in us? And then Chris Aiken, our guitar player, went off for a week in Vegas and wrote 6 songs and came back with these songs, and it was like the new sound, cool. You know, it was something. It was Providence. It was.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's crazy during the pandemic that like music wasn't essential. I kept waiting for them to announce when we could play again. I'm like, is this ever going to happen again? It was such a crazy time, man.
But everybody was holding on to it, you know. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I did a bunch of Zoom performances.
I did stream. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
People needed it. It was nice to see people holding on to music. Like, people needed music, you know. Like, yeah. It may not have been available live, but people, it's all they had to hold on to.
Yeah, it was stressful, man, because like that's all I knew. It was the first time ever being home with my wife during a summer, because I'm always going to Europe for festivals every summer. Like, and just like you and your wife were partner strength during that whole time, like getting each other's nerves or making it through, like being all in different rooms, and my son being homeschooled and graduating on freaking Zoom.
Sucks.
It was so crazy, bro. It was like a movie, man.
And you started this podcast during the pandemic?
Right before, man. I had a bunch banked, so I was really lucky, dude.
Nice.
But yeah, that was such a weird time with music, and I realized that during the pandemic, I realized that like I can't stress or I have no control over it anymore. Like, I can't control things, just don't stress about them. I have no control over it, you know. I might not play again. And I had a great time playing for these 20 years, and what's the next chapter going to be? But I didn't give up on not playing, but then things started getting announced and getting canceled. I was like, Jesus. It was like so wishy-washy. Such a crazy time.
You went on an upward trajectory. Like, you know, I see you on doing your thing, and I noticed it seemed like you were constantly doing things to make yourself better.
Thank you. I was trying.
And maybe you always have been, but I just noticed
in
the last 2, 3, 4 years.
Trying to get my health right, all that stuff, focusing on real exercise, just everything, the hot, the cold, mental therapy, all that stuff, going to a therapist, just all kinds of shit. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
We all, you know, at least I do. I'd like to keep tabs on my contemporary, on my, you know, on my peers.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of friends, and some of them, you know, weren't doing so well, and some of them got their shit together, and it's interesting what
coming out of it, you mean?
Coming out of it,
during it,
during it, you know, it's cool to see what. That's the craziest thing about COVID, is to see what it did to people, like fight or flight.
Yes.
You know, like people either lost their shit and really like, whoa, like
started talking crazy,
went down a dark path,
yes,
or got divorced, or weird stuff happened, you know, whatever. And some people got their shit together in a way that, like, in a profound way, and rose above it and became better out of it, you know. And I wanted to be on that team, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on that team.
Yeah, you were saying you started working a job during that too.
I worked a job, and I started training, and I really started you know, made a conscious decision to make myself better.
Yeah. Was it your first time getting a real job in a while?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that crazy?
I worked my ass off.
Yeah.
You know, waking up at 6 a.m. every day, and it was I don't not like I really want to be humbled anymore, but it was humbling, and it was
You're already humble, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
I got to take care of my family.
Yeah.
You know, I never missed rent.
It's awesome. Yeah.
And that was a big thing for me, you know, being able to like provide for my family when there was
real shit.
Yeah, that's the most important thing to me. And I wrote 2 records from it.
Damn. So how long did you work that job for?
2 years. 2 years, and I was just done with time to be a musician again.
Yeah. Were you worried that like this was gonna be it for a long time? Like, I'm just gonna be working this job.
Yeah, I was. I was.
It's such a weird reality, man.
Yeah.
Not that like same here. Like when my son was born, my band was on hiatus, and so I started working for Golden Voice. I started building the stages. I worked Coachella and built all the stages for like 2 weeks once. It was brutal. I worked at the Fonda Theater, and people were like, oh, you're an H2O, let me get a photo. Why are you carrying my gear? I'm like, yo, I have a kid, man. I'm trying to like support my family. That was a kind of, like I'm saying, humbling situation where like I was working behind the scenes, you know, and like getting my hands dirty. It was crazy, dude.
You're the real deal, man.
It was crazy.
To do what we do, we can't, we're not like, you know, like we sacrifice a lot to do this, you know?
A lot. And when you're a parent too, and you know, have a family in music, it's way different.
Yeah.
It's a lot more reality. You know what I mean? Like it's not just you.
You have to, the things you've been doing, you have to go that route. Life's not getting any easier. Mm-hmm. It's only going to get harder, and you have to like meet it, you know?
Yeah. It felt good though to come home with a paycheck and all that. And like, even my son's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm like, oh, aren't you in a band? Cause he was super young. I'm like, yeah, my band's not playing now. And then we went, then we wrote like our record that became like our best, I guess, comeback record. We wrote this record, and I was just gone from that job. But I appreciate it, and I still see the people around. And yeah, it was a crazy. I started hiring my friends. Danny Boy for House of Pain worked for me one day. Ezak, all my friends, they started working for me for Golden Voice. It was crazy, dude. It's a bunch of freaks loading gear together. It was fun.
Nice.
But it was actually clocking in and having a boss. So I was like, it's been a long time since I had that, man. I'm very lucky, you know?
It's been a long time since I heard a House of Pain.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
I know.
They used to own LA in the 90s.
They did,
God,
dude.
They were huge.
Yeah, Danny Boy moved to Tulsa, and he bought the Outsiders house and turned it to a museum. And now he's like the mayor of the town. He's got the key to the city.
What?
He said every cast member come through. You can look it up. It's incredible. He runs the Outsiders. He brought all this finance to the town. They love him there.
Oh my God, that's
I'm
amazing.
so happy for him, dude. That was like his childhood favorite movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And then buy the house.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Wait, the house where they hid?
Yeah, the main house from that show.
Oh my God.
Did you even know that?
No, I didn't know that. That's amazing.
It's crazy, right?
So it's an Outsiders museum.
Yeah, in the house, yeah.
Wow.
So next time you go to Tulsa, you should go there. So back to Strung Out. You guys are just touring. You're putting out records. It's just a cycle. Tight cycle. You know like how we make a record, go on tour, come back, make a record. You're doing the same thing, right? Just pumping them out.
It's more old guy stuff now. We don't have
I'm saying back then, though.
Back then, it was stupid.
Yeah, look at your like 94, 96, 98, like, kind of 2 years in between every record.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid.
But it's what you had to do, though.
Yeah.
It seemed like that's what we had to do.
I kept saying, after this tour, I'm going to get a job.
Okay.
I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. And we'd get a tour and make a bunch of money or make enough money to live for a few months. And then, all right, a few more months. Last record. And here I am.
Still making them.
Yeah.
Because it's fun, though. It's fun when you're on road.
Yeah,
you know?
it's fun. Yeah. I've been on the other side. It's, you know.
Yeah.
I've been the white truck crew with, you know, the men that get up every day at 6 a.m. in their white trucks and make this country move. I was part of that, you know?
Wow.
I've been on that side, and I felt like it made me a better man. It made me appreciate this more, and my work ethic got even more solid.
Yeah. Was there a time where you got caught up in all of it and just like, I'm just going to be a musician. This is it. And like, not a rock star, but like this is me. This is like, I'm in this band and people love us and it's me forever. And I'm the shit.
I'm a musician. I don't feel like that.
Yeah. Well, maybe back then or no.
No, I never felt that ever.
Yeah.
I never felt like cocky like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the greatest singer in the world, you know, and I'm not a great guitar player. So I'm surrounded by these incredible musicians.
That's cool.
That I have to keep up with, and they always kept me in check, you know. So I had to bring other things to the table. I had to be really good at other things, you know, melody and stuff like that, and
writing and stuff. Yeah,
I was never naturally gifted at anything.
Me either, man. It just happened. I still don't consider myself a musician because I don't play anything, but I sing in a hardcore band, which is
you make the room go off, dude.
I try. I'm just saying, but I'm not a singer. I mean, obviously, I took singing lessons.
You're a front man.
I'm a front man. I do my warm ups. Had a singing coach for a minute, but I deliver a message, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of...
You are a singer. That just because you don't have vibrato or whatever, things you think you don't have, your voice, you project your voice in a room full of people and you get them off their ass. Like, that in itself is a rare thing to be able to do.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you. So you never took vocal lessons and stuff like that, or you did later on?
I did. Yeah. I still do, you know.
Okay, yeah.
To maintain.
It's so important, dude.
It's
and warming up so important.
Warming down is important too.
Were you losing your voice back then?
Yeah, because I wasn't. I was
You're
using
singing from the wrong place. And
singing
stuff.
from the wrong place.
Yeah.
Stage volume way too loud.
DIY spots, no monitors.
Oh God.
Fucking worst.
And
dude.
nobody gives a shit about
They don't.
you. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like,
Like, I want to have fun too. I want to hear myself.
Yeah.
But people just want to go off. They don't care about that.
Do you use in-ear monitors?
No, I've tried. It's so hard, dude.
Yeah, I just use one because I can't stand the isolation. The isolation sucks.
Yeah, and I hate like feeling the power. You mean?
Yeah, or just hearing my voice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or your heartbeat or some weird shit.
Yeah,
like my AirPods. Yeah, I tried using those. I jump around too much. The thing would fly out of my pocket. It was hard to do the in-ear
It would be weird to
monitors.
see you with in-ears.
I see people use them and it works for them, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's just something on me. It's
Annoying.
So here we are, freaking how many years later, man, with this new record, man. It's crazy. 2024 from 90. Well, the first record came out in 94.
94, yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It's insane.
You look great too, man. You look really young still.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing good, man. You're aging well. I guess you're not supposed to say that. You look good for your age, people say, but aging well, you can't say that to a woman. She gets mad, but I can't say it to my wife. But you look good for your age. And you're 50, right?
50, I just turned 50, yeah.
Welcome to the 50 club, man.
I just bought vitamins. I went and bought some vitamins. And they say now, 50 plus.
Oh, yeah. I'm 50 and over, I know. You do not like getting older now. You don't care.
50 is a little depressing.
Come on, man.
It's a little.
You're still playing music, though, doing your love.
Yeah, I know, but it's 50.
I know. But 50 is different than looking at 50-year-olds when we were kids.
Yeah.
They're like dead people to us. Like, you're 50, but at 50 now, I'm 54. I'm in the best shape of my life. I feel so fucking good.
Isn't that weird? You're in the best shape of your life when you're
54, bro. I'm gonna be 54 next month. It's all mental. It's everything, dude. It's just how you live your life, what you eat.
You've always taken care of yourself, though, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You've been vegan your whole life?
Since I stopped eating meat in 1988. But never tried any drugs or alcohol my whole life. So
good. No alcohol ever.
Never.
Good for you.
Nothing, dude. Are you sober?
No. No. I'm pretty. I have a drink every once in a while.
That's cool.
To relax, but I've gotten a lot better, and I can't do it like I used to. I was vegan for 10 years too.
Oh wow.
And then I was sore all the time after I was done training. I was a lot of pain.
Really?
I started taking vegan supplements like vegan protein
Yeah.
And I got bloated and farty, and
some of that stuff does make you gassy. Yeah.
Some of it I needed it, so I started eating meat again, and then like within a month all the pain went away.
Damn. Interesting.
So, yeah.
Was it weird going back to eating meat?
It's still weird. My wife's pissed at me because she's vegan still.
Oh, shout out to your wife.
She lets me have it every single time.
Wow. What year was that, though? Because things have changed so much since probably then.
This was about a year ago I started eating meat again.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So she's still pissed at me. She still gives me the look.
Because there's so many alternatives now.
Yeah, there is. And I still eat the same.
Yeah.
Going vegan was one of the best things I ever did because I proved to myself that I could do it. For 10 years I did it. And
what made you do it?
I wanted, the meat industry fucking sucked.
It's gnarly.
I felt like I needed to prove to myself that I could abstain from something that I really like doing. We talked about
eating.
Yeah.
I need for 3 days. I said a water cleanse for 3 days. We were talking about that was brutal, but I know like I love eating, obviously, but I just did see if I could do it.
Do you think you're going to keep off that weight? Like the weight that you lost?
It's 8 pounds. It's probably water weight.
You lost 8 pounds?
Uh-huh.
Damn, that's scary.
I know. And my friend said it's either fat or just water, but I eat pretty clean anyway. So like how you go back off it is the key. So like I had watermelon soup, but I'm gonna eat a salad later on. I eat like tofu. I'm super clean. I don't eat any fake meat. I don't eat any sweets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
super.
It's easy. When I noticed with eating vegan, we were getting caught in the trap of like eating all that, the fake meat.
Yes,
and all
Impossibles and Beyonds and processed meats and stuff. Yeah.
And we stopped all that right away when you start reading the ingredients.
It fucked my stomach up too. I couldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I went gluten-free 2 years ago was because of that fake meat stuff.
Yeah.
And that changed my life too, being gluten-free.
Do you drink sugar or eat sugar?
Yeah. I drink it too. I have everything. I love sugar.
What?
No, sugar? I don't know.
Coke? Or
no, my wife's a Diet
Red Bull?
Coke person. No, I never tried Red Bull in my life. I don't know if there's sugar in my fruit or my smoothie, or I'm drinking this ginseng stuff that has a little bit of sugar, but it's natural sugar. I'm like super anal about what I put in my body, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, sugar. I love ice cream. I love sweets. We're all addicted to sugar, man. That's like quitting sugar is gnarly. I tried it for like 3 weeks. It was crazy, dude. You ever try quitting sugar?
Never.
It's brutal, dude. We're all addicted to it. It's in everything.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's in the craziest shit you would never expect. That's the one drug I think we're all on, no matter what. It's really hard to stop. So yeah, vegan for you. You did it. You did it for 10 years.
I might go back.
Did you feel like shit the whole 10 years?
No, I didn't. But it's when I really started putting my body to the test.
Yeah.
Like really pushing my body.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get up and walk. Like it was
Damn.
bad. And I tried everything. I did not want to eat meat again.
I'm going to give you some supplements after this.
Oh, I'll try it.
Up, yeah.
I thought this was going to be it. I'm done. Like my back hurts, my knees hurt, my legs hurt, everything fucking hurts.
So eating meat made your body feel better?
Eating within a month, all the pain went away.
That's crazy.
And I didn't want it. I didn't want to come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
I wanted to be vegan.
Did you go to the doctor too? Sorry about this bug.
No, I never went to the doctor. I don't ever go to the doctor.
Me
I
either,
should go to the
dude.
doctor.
Me either, man. I don't either. I figured out.
You'll be the first to know when I go to the doctor.
I figured out myself. I did an 18-day juice cleanse. I lost like 20 pounds. And I started reintroducing foods to myself. And gluten just... My whole life I've had shit issues where I carry toilet paper with me. I've talked about on this podcast. I was always having to go to the bathroom as soon as I ate. And I just realized it was gluten, and I stopped it, and I cured myself. I don't carry toilet paper no more. My wife's so proud of me. It's been a fucking issue for my whole life. Going to the bathroom in subway stations, just taking out gluten, I changed everything, dude.
Tour butt.
And not even go to the doctor. I just fucking figured it out.
You seem like the kind of person you're very in tune with
my body.
Your body, yeah.
I know what I put in it. And I feel like everybody should be in tune with it, eating what it does to you. You know what I mean? And the environment too. Do you know?
Yeah.
It's all connected to it. So you're a pretty healthy person?
I try to be healthy.
Yeah. How's your mind? You go to therapy?
I should go to therapy.
I just started.
Yeah.
I like it. I've been 3 times. I get a little nervous. It's because I have a lot of things growing up. My dad passing and all these different things I never really had closure to, you know?
Yeah.
And then becoming a dad, you get super emo and see the whole world scary and all this shit. So going to talk to a stranger is really fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I should probably do it. I did doing boxing and Muay Thai.
That's good.
Kind of my therapy.
Yeah, writing songs is therapeutic.
Writing songs is painting is very therapeutic.
Yeah, that's your thing too.
Painting is listening to jazz music and painting. I think that's kind of my therapy, you know. That's why I don't like listening to podcasts.
I know you're saying
doing it. I want to get lost in a color.
Yeah, I'm going to read a quote from you. My process for painting is painful, brutal procrastination to the point of crisis, to the absolute focus and drive. Yeah. I love that shit, dude.
Creating crisis for yourself as a motivating.
That's a sick, powerful quote, man. That's cool. I never really got into painting. I feel like I should try it. I can draw good things, but I never really painted before. I see all my friends painting and stuff. And
oils are the best.
Yeah.
They don't dry right away, and the flow.
Yeah.
You're basically sculpting with color.
Yeah.
It's not like drawing. It's a completely different thing than drawing.
Yeah. What got you started with that, and why painting?
Because I tried doing tattooing for a while.
That's right. You did do that.
And
yes.
Tattooing was too.
Did you apprentice somewhere? Then you started tattooing.
I apprenticed, yeah, and I was.
Yeah.
The whole thing was just aggravating to me.
How long did you tattoo for?
I apprenticed about 2 years.
Wow.
And then
it was hard. It was crazy.
It's hard. Tattooing's hard, and
it's scary to do that. Yeah.
The energy exchange with somebody.
Like, tattoo another human, man. It's crazy.
There's an exchange of energy.
Yeah.
That was too heavy. It was heavy for me, and I prefer the isolation of painting.
You mean the stories behind why people wanted those tattoos, or the conversations you were having? It's everything.
There's a feeling when you spend a certain amount of time sitting in that chair and you tattoo somebody, it drains you. It takes something out of you, you know. And like I said, I like the isolation of painting, being alone in my spot.
Yeah, I get that.
That's yeah.
What did you practice on for tattoo? Is it true that people tattoo pigs and different things like that?
Oranges.
Okay.
You know.
Wow.
Yeah. Yourself is the best.
You tattooed yourself a bunch?
Yeah, I tattooed myself. That's the best one.
What was the first tattoo you gave another person? You remember?
Geez, I don't remember.
Was it good?
No, it was terrible. I think
was he your friend?
When you do a tattoo and you're like, oh, this looks great, and then a month later they come back and all the color fell out of it. It's like I fucked this person up. I don't ever want to feel that ever again.
Yeah, because it's like it's a connection forever with that person too.
Yeah,
you did that on them. That's your first tattoo. And if something goes wrong, you're the person. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you get the sweats and it's too much. It ruined drawing for me. It made it not fun. There's too much pressure.
Yeah,
and art. There's too much pressure in life as it is. I didn't want art to be that stressful.
That's your expression. That's how you get everything out. And
yeah,
you've been having even art shows too.
Yeah,
yeah. Cool.
Emily's been really good to me.
Yeah, punk rock and paintbrushes.
Yeah,
yeah, she's awesome. That thing's going really well. I see it going everywhere.
She's awesome. Emily's she's I can't say enough about what she's done. You should get some art going with her. And
Yeah,
it'll get you drawing.
Yeah, I painted some. I paint vans. That's what I do. I paint vans.
That's right.
I paint vans. I saw a lot of vans. It's really fun and cool, and I just do 5 or 6 of the same kind of tattoo flash.
You're good at graffiti kind of stuff.
Kind
right?
of, yeah, kind of.
Nice.
Yeah. So I did donate some shoes once to her, but painting like on a canvas and stuff sounds awesome.
How's your can control?
No, I'm more of like with a I guess a Sharpie or marker or something like the fat markers.
A writer.
Yeah, I was never really a tagger or nothing like that. I would write stuff on walls, but nothing like my friends was in the graffiti world. Yeah. How about you? Graffiti?
No, I grew up with a bunch of graffiti. Crazy motherfuckers, dude.
Same, and I wasn't like that. Yeah.
My dad was a cop.
Okay.
And I still to this day have the fear of him in my blood, and that probably saved me from a lot of shit. But wow, some of my friends were up on the billboard, and I was, throwing out a piece on a billboard in South Central LA. I was the lookout. I was always the lookout.
Look out for your dad to pull up for somebody.
You just look out, make sure they don't get busted, but at the same time, using it as an excuse so like I don't get arrested, whatever.
Did you ever get arrested before?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My dad, the fear of my dad,
got you.
Always kept me like, I'm gonna, that 1 inch away from doing something really stupid.
Did your dad? Your dad was pretty strict, probably kind of tough, hard, hard ass.
Yeah.
Damn.
Vietnam vet, just hard ass motherfucker.
Legit, dude.
Yeah.
Is he still here?
He's still here. Yeah.
Retired, obviously.
Grumpy as shit.
Damn, that's a crazy life to have, man. With like the job he has. Yeah. So were you anti-police, or were you just like didn't want to get in trouble with your dad?
I was never anti-police.
Yeah.
My uncle was a police officer, motors division. He taught me how to ride a motorcycle. I had 2 other uncles that were police. I think it put a pretty healthy resentment towards authority in me, because I always felt like I knew I could handle myself and I was smart enough to, I don't like people telling me what to do.
Me either.
So I never liked being told. I don't like when there's cops at a show or when the cops come backstage or when there's cops at a festival, but I don't have any hatred towards them.
Yeah.
I know what my dad went through.
Was your dad tripped out on punk rock music and stuff? You thought
he hated it. Yeah, dude. When he first heard Rollins, my first punk record was Who's Got the 10.5?
Sick.
That live Black Flag record. And he came in my room, and I swear to God, he hated it. I couldn't have long hair. He hated long hair. No earrings. Like, it was super strict. Yeah. Wow. No MTV.
Did he want you to go in the military or something?
Wanted me to go in the military. Yeah. I was supposed to go and be a Marine or some shit. I don't know.
Wow.
So I was kind of a disappointment.
But did he come see you play before?
Yeah, he's come around.
And what's he think about that now? Like, you've been doing it for so long now.
I think he's stoked I don't have long hair.
Yeah.
And then I'm not in a metal band.
Yeah. But you're still doing, what the hell is going on?
It's a face mask.
Okay, get out of the podcast, man.
That's why you're so beautiful.
Oh my God. Max, you look like Insane Clown Posse.
Seriously. Movie star.
Max just came into this room with like some weird mask. What kind of mask is that, Max?
It's a face mask.
And then what kind of face mask, though?
Skin cancer. Really.
Stop, dude. I'm on the podcast, man. What's wrong with you? Because you go
I'm
surfing
sold.
and you don't wear enough sunscreen.
Years, and I get skin cancer that fast. My luck sucks that much.
You've been talking to Mike, dude.
If there's anyone out there that knows anything about skin cancer or anything, I don't know. There's like this little bump on my face. It's been there for a month. Someone said it looks like a cystic pimple underneath the skin, but it's not dark. It's not going away. And I thought it was a zit, and I'm really scared. And I don't want to die.
I'm gonna post a picture for this podcast with your face. Make sure Mama takes a picture of your face for the podcast. Stop stressing about your skin. Call a dermatologist. Go talk to your mom. Get on my podcast. We're talking.
What's my dermatologist's name?
I'm not gonna say in the podcast.
You have a dermatologist?
Yeah.
Max, you look like Insane Clown Posse because one of the guys has bleached hair.
Would your dad be proud of me or think I'm like...
Get out of the podcast, man. Get out of here, man. Okay, man. Get out of here. Max just came here all spazzed out, man. You have to start wearing sunscreen when you go surfing. Did you surf?
No, I've never caught a wave. I've tried.
Ever?
No.
I just started during the pandemic with Max.
See, you're making us all look bad again.
No. I stood up a couple times, but it's not for me. I gave up. It's not my world.
Did you catch a wave?
Yeah. It was cool, and I felt that high, and I get the high that he surfs every single day. That's his natural high, and I love that he does that. But that's his thing. I've tried it. It's cool, but it's not really for me.
I'm not down to just float out in the water and wait for sharks.
Yes.
And what's under there? I don't want to.
Do your legs dangling?
I don't want to know what's under there, man.
I know. Sharks are so scary.
Jaws ruined everything for me.
Yeah, you had PTSD from that as a kid.
Yeah.
He didn't grow up with Jaws. He saw it recently. He thought it was corny and stupid because there's no CGI in it. But for us, that was like fucking so scary, dude.
Where does he go surfing?
Everywhere, dude. He probably has been by you. It's everywhere all day long. Survey has so many miles on his car. He goes everywhere. Malibu, Venice, Santa Monica, the Wedge, all those different spots.
Nice.
Whatever. Yeah, it's his life. I love going watching him, but it's also frustrating because everybody's wearing the exact same. Now that his hair is bleached, I could pick him out at the HB Pier last week. Oh, there's my son, Eminem in the water. Otherwise, you can't tell who the fuck's who in the water, man.
Yeah.
He should get a pink wetsuit or something.
Did you surf on a big board or a small squirrely
Big
board?
board.
Yeah.
He's on little boards. I love watching it. I think it's beautiful. I know I never really cared about the ocean until during the pandemic. Started going to the ocean every day with him, going in the ocean. Like I never really I took it for granted, I guess, living here. So during the pandemic, we just go to the beach because that wasn't closed. And he started surfing.
Do you skate Venice?
The bowl and stuff? No, it's a little intimidating. The local stuff. I'm older. I feel like it'd be weird if I pull up to there. You know what I mean?
Dude, no way. You would
know.
You would own. I don't know. It just seems like you would.
I feel like there's locals there that just like, who's this guy?
You're a local now, though. You've earned that spot.
I'd like to check it out. The bowl looks sick, man. Yeah, you skate bowls? You used to skate bowls?
I love skating pools.
Damn, I didn't grow up skating pools because I was in the East Coast. So
yeah, skating pools is the best.
Damn.
Grinding concrete.
I love grinding concrete. I love concrete.
Concrete coping.
Yeah. So you haven't skated since you fell on that pebble?
Yeah, I'm about ready. I'm getting a new setup.
You wear pads when you skate?
No.
Damn.
No.
Even on ramps?
No.
Damn, I wore pads my whole life, dude.
Yeah.
Dads wear pads.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Okay, because I have good knees because of that, I think. Like wearing Rectors and all the different pads throughout my life. I don't know. I think it really helped me.
Yeah, you're smart. You're smarter than me.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel good. I don't like the way it feels.
Yeah, it's hard to. Some people are hard to bend. I see the way people fall. Like when he falls, they fall. They slide down their back or the butt. It's crazy, dude. It's a different kind of falling. We're used to going to our knees. I've been used to going to my knees my whole life. You know.
Yeah, I'd love to skate with you.
Yeah,
I'd love to skate Cabs ramp.
I'll be down. It's been a minute since I've been there. That's fun. Yeah, we could do that.
It looks like paradise.
I think I could do that again. It's like 5 foot.
Yeah,
5
that's
foot's
perfect.
Perfect, dude.
Perfect.
Yeah. You ever had a ramp growing up in your yard anywhere?
I'm sorry?
A skateboard ramp in your yard or anything growing up?
No, but there was always one, available.
Yeah. Are you still? Was there a trick you have a favorite trick back then?
Yeah, frontside rocks.
That's your number one.
I could do that.
Could you do airs?
And frontside Smith grinds.
I could do Smiths. I love Smiths. What about airs? How about airs?
Frontside ollies, little backside poppers off the coping.
Sweepers.
Sweep. Oh, I can't do sweepers. You can do a sweeper.
Love sweepers.
Madonnas.
I love Madonnas.
You can do Madonnas.
Yeah.
Nice.
Backside bonuses, frontside bonuses, judos, kickouts.
You can still do all that stuff?
It's been a minute. If I go focus on it, start going every week, I could do it.
Nice.
It's just I didn't have the fear as a kid. I have the fear now as older.
It's a big reason why I stopped. The fear.
Like as much as we feel young and look young and act young, we're still our age.
When it creeps into your head.
It's crazy, right? So let's talk about this record. This record, Dead Rebellion's coming out April 4th. That's this week for the listeners. This Friday, right? April 4th?
Yeah, April 4th, yeah.
And so the last record was it Songs of Armor? Was that the last
Songs of Armor and Devotion, yeah.
Yeah, that was 2019.
Yeah.
That's not that's kind of the longest gap you guys had, kind of, I think.
Yeah, that was the pandemic gap.
18, yeah. But then also you did, what about this T4 project?
Oh, wow.
What was that?
Bringing up old shit.
Who was in that?
That was Jay from Bad Religion. Fletcher played on it. God, a bunch of people. It was just a collaborative.
It was in 2007.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That's cool. That's a cool I like doing projects like that.
Yeah, that was. I'm proud of that record.
And then you did another. Then you have solo records too, like 2012. You had Lounge Core, which I think is a great fucking name. And then Good Man's Ruin, another solo record, right?
Yeah, and I did a record during the pandemic called Wolves.
Yeah, the Wolves one, yep.
Yeah.
That was 2023 solo.
Yeah.
And then who's Howl? Is that somebody or this is the name? Jason Cruz and Howl?
That's my band that plays behind me that make me look good.
Okay. That's a group, the
yeah.
Howls?
I've always been very fortunate to be able to, I think that's my thing is I can bring people together.
Yeah.
I'm good at that, bringing people together that work well and that are better than me.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're a singer now?
Yeah, on some days I do feel like I'm a singer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I like your influences too. It said like Hendrix and Tom Waits and Hank Williams and Bukowski, Dylan, Basquiat.
Basquiat and Waits. Tom
Basquiat
Waits.
and Waits, yeah.
When I paint, I always tell myself I want to paint really good and be detailed. And I think about Basquiat and it takes over. That child, like the way he used color and the way he didn't give a fuck. And it was just throwing color on a canvas.
Yeah.
There's something about that.
Did you get into all the painting like that later on in life? Did you know about some of these people at a younger age at all?
Oh, yeah, I was always.
Okay.
Somebody
Intrigued
told me
by it?
once when I was a little kid that I was an artist, and it kind of stuck. So I spent my whole life figuring out what's an artist? What is art? What does it mean to be an artist? That I could draw good?
Yeah.
I think I'm just now starting to figure it out.
That's cool. And what are desert swap meets?
So when I lived in
Because I think a swap meets like Slauson swap meet, stuff like that.
Yeah, in Palmdale they have these. When I lived in Palmdale, they had these really depressing dirt swap meets in the dirt, and they used to have country bands playing and people drinking in the dirt, and
wow,
it was strange.
That's crazy.
Left a real impression on me. Just that part of the world.
Yeah, it's crazy how popular Palmdale is now. It's like thriving, dude.
So when I moved there, it was the place where people went to get away from the ghetto.
Okay.
Our neighborhood was turning, and my dad wanted to get us away from Sylmar and Pacoima, and Section 8 housing followed us.
Okay.
And the ghetto kind of moved to Palmdale and followed us, and it got bad.
Wow.
Right around when the movie Colors came out.
Yeah, wow. Yeah,
Palmdale got the Crips, and the blood showed up, and it got crazy.
Way. To Palmdale?
To Palmdale and Lancaster, yeah, and it got
Holy
nuts.
Shit.
So we had that didn't last long.
That's crazy. So then your neighborhood had a bunch of them growing.
Yeah, I watched all my friends I lost a few friends.
To gangs and stuff?
Yeah, to shooting to die. Yeah.
Wow.
Palmdale got crazy. You wouldn't think.
Did you ever get wrapped up in that, or did they try to wrap you up in it, or no?
No, never did.
That's crazy. That's some shit. Like growing up in the East Coast and watching that movie and seeing West Coast and Los Angeles and those movies and stuff, it's crazy, man.
LA used to be crazy.
Yeah, and then you come out here and it's like, wow, this is like legit. You know, like going first time going to Slauson swap meet, or just even getting pulled over by the police on my bicycle. Where you from, Holmes? Where you from? What set you from? I had me against the wall checking my bags. I was like, I'm in a band. Here's my New York ID.
Really?
So I was on a bicycle I had a bag on Santa Monica Boulevard, and they came at me. It was crazy. My wife was with me too. She's like, you know this tweaker? She's like, that's my husband.
He called you a tweaker?
He's never even tried a cigarette. They go, this guy, my wife said, he never tried a cigarette before. They were laughing because of my tattoos, though. I never been like profiled because of my tattoos.
Huh.
That shit never happened in New York. But twice out here, like, where you from? Yeah. And then one time I was on my bicycle, coming home from Trader Joe's on Detroit Street in the Brea, and this dude pulled up to me in a car. He's like, where you from, Holmes? I swear to God, just like him, I was like, I'm from New York. He's like, all right. He drove away. It was like a movie, dude.
He was a cop?
No, it was just like homeboy pulled up at me, man. So we from, Holmes? I was like, New York. He's like, okay. It's crazy. That's some shit I saw in the movies.
Yeah, LA used to be.
Shit's real out here, man.
I had a shotgun pointed at me once. I cocked right in my face.
In your neighborhood and stuff, or just
no? When I was at a rave in South Central.
Sick.
I got robbed at an ATM once, but
Holy
gunpoint.
Damn. So you were coming out here, hanging out young too, like coming to the city and shit.
Every time I could, yeah. And then I moved here, and I lived in LA all through my 20s. I lived in every neighborhood in LA, pretty much. I miss LA every once in a while.
Yeah.
I miss it. Your neighborhood, you got a cool neighborhood.
I do. I lucked out. In mid-city where I'm at, I really lucked out. It's in the center of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we lived on Detroit originally over there. That was nice. You could walk to stuff, but I don't drive really. Like I sold my car and I bought my son a car 2 or 3 years ago. I walk everywhere. I bird. I run. I Uber. I don't like driving, dude.
Really?
I didn't get my license till I was 33.
Maybe that's why you're so not it's chill. Like LA sucks for driving.
Today, my son made me drive 4 blocks home, and I was like, I don't want to drive. I just haven't done it in so long. I just don't like it, dude. Because I'd have to get a license in New York. You have to grow up in New York. You take the subway. So we moved here. I got my license in when I was 33. I failed every fucking test, and I got my license. And I drive like under the speed limit, which is not safe.
That's
but I just don't like it. And then you're driving here on your motorcycle, and that shit's crazy, bro.
The 405 is a fucking nightmare.
Dude, it's like motorcycles weaving through. It's crazy on the highways.
There's lumber all over the 405. It's the worst freeway.
How long have you been riding motorcycles?
Since I was in my 20s, you know. But
damn.
I think when I turned 40, I felt like I earned it.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid, you know. I'm pretty. I think I don't have anything to prove, you know.
Yeah, but it's not you. I'm concerned about. It's just the people that drive like freaking maniacs.
Everybody in their fucking cars on their phone, eating.
Do you go in between cars? What's that called?
Splitting lanes.
You do that?
Yes, I do.
Man, it's crazy.
But they're like dinosaurs. Cars are slow compared to your bike.
Yeah.
You can just figure out where you want to go in traffic and get there, you know.
My guitar player Rusty lived out here, and he lived here for 3 years. He got an accident. He got hit on his motorcycle. Every year he lived here for 3 years.
In LA?
Yeah,
Jesus
hit 3
Christ.
times, dude. And he still rides. Rusty, you're crazy.
Yeah. Good.
But yeah, it was just driving. Though I can't imagine driving a motorcycle out here. Fuck, it's crazy, man. You know what freaks me out is like the 5-lane highways, and like you're in the middle, and it's like that's my biggest fear, like getting over and getting off. Like I've only driven on the highway twice. And once Dave Kennedy from Angels and Airwaves, he was with me in the car, and I came onto the highway, and I just froze, and I just pulled over from the side of the road, and that was it. I just can't do it. I'll Uber to Orange County, get tattooed. I'm a freak like that. I don't know why. I just have a fear of like driving. It's bad, man.
Who drives on tour?
Rusty.
Just one guy?
Rusty killed everything. Yeah, Rusty's like our dad. Rusty did everything, man.
He loves driving. I love driving.
Driving through hurricanes, all kinds of shit, dude.
Yeah, I love driving.
You do? Okay,
I love driving.
So I never drove once in the band, which is pretty nuts. Everybody else drove except for me. But yeah, driving, yeah, man, it's just not my thing. And I love walking. I love acting like this is like still a city I can walk around into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I stay in my neighborhood. Like I have my gym here. I have my podcast. I have my plunge. Like I kind of built the compound here. I'm lucky, you know. Like people come here, we talk. It's sick.
You like coffee?
I quit coffee November 8th.
Damn.
So coffee was the first drug I ever done.
Uh-huh.
And I went crazy on it, bro. But it made me shittery and jittery and fucking made me take naps and crash and dehydration. Talked about on this podcast a million times. I had coffee sponsors hitting me up. I was like, no, I'll drink decaf. I quit all caffeine November 8th.
Good for you.
And now I sleep better. I'm totally hyper anyway. I don't need this shit, but my whole band drinks coffee. So hanging out with my band, drinking coffees in Germany and Austria and Switzerland, going to the cool coffee shops. That's awesome. Like the search for the best coffee.
Yeah.
That's cool. On tour.
Yeah.
And Rusty's the king of that. So, but yeah, coffee for me, it doesn't work for me, man. And people get so mad. Like I'm not anti-coffee. Just for me personally, it fucked my stomach up. The reactions I have from coffee, the way I crashed, my attitude towards my family at night when I crashed from coffee, crankiness, it just really fucked me. It fucked me up, man.
Yeah.
How about you?
I love coffee. I love like just like I like to have a drink every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm glad I never had like it. I never let it get too far, so I can still enjoy it for what it is. You know.
Yeah.
Like you said, finding the perfect cup of coffee.
Yeah.
On the road,
Mm-hmm.
it's a nice treat. It's something I hope that I never fuck up. You know.
Yeah.
The little things in life like that.
But it's the routine, right?
It's what?
It's the routine, kind of every day you have your coffee.
The ritual.
Yeah, the ritual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every morning you have your coffee. What kind of coffee? Black coffee?
Espresso, black espresso.
Damn.
Or the drip. Now the drip.
Yeah.
My bass player Chris turned me on to the fancy drip.
Okay.
He's a coffee
So
snob.
coffee in the morning.
Coffee in the morning, yeah.
And what's the daily ritual? Like what's the daily routine for you?
Right now I'm hanging out with a 1-year-old all day,
Yeah.
you know, until I leave and we start daycare, but I'm a Mr. Mom all day long.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And does your wife work out of the house?
She's a teacher at a really,
That's right. We talked about that.
Yeah, in Ojai.
So you both lost your jobs during the pandemic. That's right.
Yeah.
That's gnarly, man.
Yeah.
So she's a teacher. That's awesome.
She's a teacher. She's a great teacher. She's great with kids. And I just hang out with the baby all day. And then I got a 13-year-old. I'm basically Mr. Mom all day.
Yeah.
And then when the girls come home, when the wife comes home, then I go in my garage and work.
You do your man cave.
Do my shit. Yeah.
It is pretty cool to be able to have that life that we have, that when we're home from tour, we're home.
Yeah.
And like most dads would have to be working,
Yeah.
even though we did in between. We both talked about that. But most of the time, we're blessed and lucky enough to be home and you're chilling with your kid.
I see the bond between you and your son, and that was probably established because you were home at key moments. You know, we do leave and it sucks, but
It does suck.
you get to bond like no other when you're home.
Yeah, and coming home is the best part.
Oh my God.
I can't wait to get home. As soon as I walk out the door and leave, like the travel now is just, well, my son's in the band, so I'm lucky, but leaving my wife and son is so brutal. Do people understand that? It's just that mental and that disconnect. And then, yeah, you're with your brothers on stage, but like, I don't know, there's all those hours during the day when you're not playing, you're just thinking about being home and all this stuff and family and then trying to balance it all. And
It probably made you a better husband.
yeah, it definitely did. My wife likes when I leave because then I'm out of her hair and out of her face, but she's toured me most of my life too. I'm lucky for that. But now me and her son are leaving. So it's like now she has time to herself, which is nice. That balance is nice.
Yeah, she earned it.
Yeah. But like balancing a family and being on tour and coming home, my wife would just be like, here you go. Like, here's Max. Like, I'm off. I'm chilling. It's all yours. Change the diapers, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's a crazy reality. And then balancing that is just, but yeah, when we're home, it's like you're fully home.
So you were
It's
young
nice.
when you had Max. Your
Well,
20s?
yeah.
Yeah.
No. Wait, was I? No. He's 21. I'm 54. No.
Okay.
33.
Okay.
Still young. But yeah, man. But he grew up on. My wife was pregnant on the Boxcar Racer tour. He was conceived on tour. He started going to Japan when he was 2 years old. He's been around the whole world with us at a very young age, So I think that's made him a more outgoing human. Is like traveling and seeing different cultures and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. You guys got it's a beautiful vibe.
We do. I'm very, very lucky. We have a tight family and open communication, which is key with your kids. Like to be able to tell you everything, and there's no lies, there's no secrets. He would text me from school like, "All my friends are gonna skip 8th period. Can I skip?" I'm like, "Yeah." Nobody's texting their parents asking them that.
Yeah.
So just having that honesty and that trust is key, I think, because then they're not hiding anything from you.
You exude that. You exude I wanted to talk to you. Like I always like. There's some people that you just know that you're gonna have a good conversation with.
Thank you, man. You really do podcasts that much either, huh?
Never. I'm not gonna do any more after this.
This is chill. This is conversation. We're just chilling, dude.
Yeah.
Talk about your record. Talk about your life. I'm gonna check my notes too. So the record's out this week on the 4th. You guys already dropped a single. 2 singles to know. How many singles you dropped?
2 singles.
Yeah. And then March 15th, you got Less Than Jake tour. The 17th with the Casualties. July 17th, UK, Europe. You got a lot of shit coming out, man.
I think we're gonna be in Europe the same time as you guys.
Oh, really?
July, August.
Yeah. Are we playing? Are you playing Punk Rock Holiday?
Yeah.
We are too.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
So
that's a great one.
So we switched tour agencies a while ago. MAD. We had MAD for just a moment.
Yeah, we have them.
And they put us on nothing. They put us on all these hardcore festivals and with hardcore bands.
Of course.
We were Terror and Death Before Dishonor and Ignite. And
that's kind of cool though, playing with diverse bills.
They hated us though. The hardcore audiences fucking hated us.
I think they would fly better in America, to be honest. The more diverse bills. It's weird saying that because Europe's usually all diverse, but I feel like America's having more bills like that.
Yeah,
like
maybe in America.
MXPX play a hardcore festival. They headlined this hardcore fest a couple months ago, Furnace Fest. It was like Terror, Turnstile.
We did that too last year. Furnace Fest was awesome for us.
So that's like a hardcore kind of fest.
But in Europe, they would leave when we played, and they'd come back when the next band came. It was like
that's rude, dude.
It was fucking brutal.
Wow. What years was that? That was like a long time ago, or no?
2008 or 9 or something like that.
Damn.
But I was stoked to go on tour with Terror. Those guys fucking kill.
Oh, they kill it, dude.
They're the kings.
They're the kings, dude, and they're like one of the most hardest working hardcore bands that I know, man.
Yeah.
They're nonstop, dude, putting out great records. They're relevant. Young kids love them. There's so much respect for that band. I love Scott Vogt. He's like a hardworking dude. Like,
yeah,
I'm really psyched for them, man.
He definitely was somebody I gravitated to. He's got he's like an old sailor, like there's something like an old Marine, like gunny, like a gunner sergeant or something,
He reminds me like a coach.
Yeah,
he's like a coach.
Somebody when shit goes down, like, okay, I'm gonna get behind this guy.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Scott Vogel. You did a children's book too.
I did a children's book because I promised my daughter I would do it, and she bugged me about it every single day until I got it finished, and I finished it. Yeah.
There are such things in your dreams. That's really cool, man.
Yeah, trying to explain to a little kid what dreams were.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got a few more. I
was going to ask you to put some more books out. Yeah.
I have a lot of ideas. Yeah.
Another kid's book.
I love kids, man. I like being a dad.
Yeah. It's incredible, right?
It's the best. I love being a dad.
And it's crazy, like, well, you had a dad, but it was like obviously a kind of interesting relationship, right? So like you're probably going to be like, I want to be a different kind of dad. Like I grew up with no dad, so it's like, okay, how to be a dad, and just learning it every day. It's learning every day. It changes.
It's interesting.
Every age, every chapter.
You had a good relationship with your mom?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. We
talk about it still, but yeah, I love my mom. Yeah.
Are you close with her still?
I'm close to my mom, but there's some resentment there. Where I'm talking to my therapist about actually, for sure. She did. I respect my mom. She raised 3 boys by herself when my dad died.
Jesus.
That's insane. It's insane raising 1 child with a wife. So I understand that. But yeah, there's some things that we should talk about more. We had it on the podcast. We talked. There was some emotional moments. But yeah, I love my mom. She's a badass. She fucking East Coaster. Yeah. Were you tight with your mom?
No, I recently lost my mom.
I'm sorry.
Didn't have any contact with my mom for a while.
Damn, man.
Alcoholism and stuff like that, So yeah, it'd be good to talk because I'm tired of talking to myself about it.
Yeah.
I
think therapy would be good for you, man.
I think so too. It's
scary, but it's like once you do it, it's like just going to think you're Tony Soprano or something. Like Tony Soprano did it, you could do it.
Yeah.
Go sit down and talk to somebody. Find somebody great. I'm a great person, like a trauma one. But yeah, like she has me reading a book called Grandchildren of Alcoholic Grandparents, because everything kind of traces back to how my mom was treated by her father. There's all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You start peeling off the layers. It's scary. It's like do I want to find out that there is something wrong with me or something happened to me? Do I really want to pull back those layers? Once you start doing it, it's like, it's interesting, man.
Kids are an amazing mirror too.
Yeah.
I think that's a good form of therapy for me, as I realized the kids are the truth. Like the things they say to you and the way they...
So honest.
They're honest, and the way they act, and everything you do to them is a reflection of your... Like, you just see yourself, and you see these generational things, these habits that are just blaring in my face.
Yeah.
I felt like it's obvious how to be a good parent. I think it's all there in their eyes and the way they act. And it's just, you got to... I don't know. To me... It was a form of therapy having kids. I was able to correct myself.
Yeah.
Correct things that I didn't, we all make mistakes when we're parents.
Totally.
But I was able to correct those mistakes, and I hope I can always still do that. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. And when I make those mistakes, it's a glaring reflection of who I am and what I need to work on. Like nothing says that more than a kid.
100%.
You don't want to fuck up this little kid, man. No. The weight of that every day is almost too much. Yeah. And then this world, and all they have is you. It's the world against them, and all they have on their side is you.
Yeah, if you're not the role model, then somebody else will be, man.
God, man,
you know what I mean?
So
like,
much weight.
By example, and like, it's crazy because, my son was raised not eating meat. He's 21. He still never wants to try it. Doesn't care. He knows all about it. He's been to the pig vigils, all that stuff. He's never tried any drugs or alcohol. I never preached anything to him. He just knows that's how I am.
That's amazing.
I know. He turned 21. He got a straight edge tattoo. I almost started crying. I played it so cool. And he got 3 X's on his leg a couple weeks ago. He's like, it was crazy,
That's
man.
amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's what you want. But it's also like, he's also his own person. He's into so many different things I'm not into. And it's like, yeah, I'm really happy with that. That's like a huge thing for sure. Yeah.
You're raising a man.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you could do in this world to make the world a better place is to have a kid and raise him right.
Yeah.
It's really the only thing you can do. Check yourself, because when you check yourself, then you're going to raise a good kid.
100%. I feel bad for the people who can't have children, and then the ones who do and just are deadbeats. That really bothers me.
Yeah, I know.
There's so many people that want to have them and they can't. I have so many friends that tried and they couldn't. And then you see these other people, the way kids are treated. It's horrible, man. So yeah, I pride myself on being the best that I can. I'm not a perfect person, so I'm not a perfect dad, but just our communication, just everything.
Dude, you're trying every day of your life. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I told Ken I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him, I've been, from afar, I've been really admiring everything that you've been doing. It all started with the invert. Like, fuck. I got to pay attention to this guy.
We're going to bring it back. But we're not perfect either, man. We're all still going through it. I'm going to therapy. I'm just trying to figure out my life from as a kid and my things with my mom still. But my mom's still here. It's really important, though, definitely to keep in touch with, as you said, you lost touch with your mom. Like, I'm trying to stay in touch with my mom because, life's short. It's like scary. Yeah. Is your dad a great grandpa? Is he in the mix?
He's all right. He's tired. Okay. He's tired. We don't have a lot of help. He's doing what he can.
How old is he?
He's 77.
Oh, wow. That's
he's
close
tired.
to my mom's age, yeah.
4 kids. He's done. He's tired. So I want to be there for him. That's what I want to. They don't listen. When they get that age and that generation, they don't listen. Yeah. There's things that he does and my stepmom that they do, and I wish I could just listen to me. Like I could see something about that generation. They just stubborn as shit.
Set in their ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. All my brothers, their children are all vegans. My whole entire family, except for my mom. And every year she's like, I want some goddamn real ice cream at your house for Thanksgiving. I don't want none of that tofu turkey. Get me some real ice cream, Max. She's so stubborn, but she's eating it all. And she knows that she needs to be healthier. And she just breaks our balls. This tofu's disgusting. Like, she's the only person in the family that would not even bend. Man.
How old is she?
Probably like that. I think that's stupid. Like 77 probably, yeah.
What's your heritage?
We're mixed. We're Irish. We're Welsh. We're French Canadian, which I just found out. My wife found out, and she's going to divorce me. I'm just kidding. I'm mixed with everything. I'm 23andMe. I'm everything. But my mom told us we were Cheyenne Indian my whole entire life. So I got an Indian tattoo, and then when I got my 23andMe, there was an ounce of Indian in me, man.
Oh my God!
She had a whole family thinking we were part Indian, dude. My fucking mom, bro.
That's an awesome story.
So I covered that tattoo up, but yeah, man. So yeah, being a parent's crazy. Like every day it changes, every age, every chapter. Even at 21, I'm still learning. It's like, and now it's like I have that like empty nest syndrome coming because I know it's coming soon. I don't know how soon because this kid can't afford an apartment in LA, but he's working. But I don't know, when the kid leaves, and then what happens then? What is our connection then with them? I know we're bonded for life, but like just not seeing my son in the house, oh my God, makes me emo, dude. Do you know? You're lucky because you have a young one. You have 2 young ones.
Yeah, renewed my lease.
Yeah, you did.
In a big way.
You did. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my brother had kids when he was 50 as well. My brother's 58 and he has 2 young kids.
Yeah.
He looks great too. He's like Benjamin Buttons. But yeah, I think having kids keeps you young, keeps you on your toes, keeps you focused, makes you look into the mirror, check out your own self, and like, yeah, man. But it all goes back to how we were raised as well. You know, it's like sometimes it's. I don't know. My mom used to, my mom would smack us all this shit. I love you, Mom. You had to do what you had to do. My mom smoked cigarettes. All of her clothes smelled like cigarettes going to school.
I used to fall asleep to a room full of cigarettes.
Really?
Yeah, that was just the way it was, you know?
Cigarettes in the house.
Well, you know, everyone smoked back then in the 80s, 70s, and 80s.
Smoked on airplanes.
Smoked everywhere. It was just a part of, like, cigarette smoke was everywhere.
So I went to school smelling cigarettes, bro. It was the worst, man.
Alcoholism and cigarette smoke. That was.
My mom told me she was pregnant with all 3 of us, and she still smoked.
Yeah, my mom too.
And
drank.
Maybe that's why I'm straight edge. Maybe my mom like put cigarettes in me when I was in this. I don't know.
Yeah, you had your fill. Yeah.
Do you work out?
Yeah, I do. I jog.
Oh, you jog. Okay. You run too, or no? Just jog. I do the same thing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you run marathons or anything, or
no? No, I hate running. I fucking hate running. But
kind of hate it. I hate it too, but I love how I feel after that natural high.
I love how I feel, and you can't do like martial arts without jogging.
Okay.
Cardio is fucking everything.
Key.
I'd rather have good cardio than be, you know.
Me too.
Muscles.
Yeah, me too. But running, once you get going, you hit that first mile, whatever it is, like there's this high, this whole body feeling. It's incredible.
I can't go out day without doing it anymore. I have to do it every day.
Wow. I've been walking every day because I can't run at this point. I will soon, but even walking is great for you.
Yeah. It's when you have a dog.
Yeah.
Back.
But she drags though too. She's getting older where she drags me. Right. So it's like
she's back.
I like to speed walk like a Manhattan New Yorker. And but with her it's like stopping, smelling every fucking bush. But I also appreciate she's still alive, Stella. But they stop everywhere now and go to the bathroom and smell everything. Like, I don't know.
You're probably crazy thinker walker. Like just
I was like, get this shit done. I am. It's like my mind's going.
You could see you could see the gears turning when you just look at you.
I know.
Your gearbox.
So
that's your new nickname.
Gearbox. So that's your daily rituals: coffee, daddy daycare, walking, jogging.
I'm jogging with the kid in the stroller.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
I love when I see parents do that. It's such a good workout too.
It is what it is.
I see moms doing that up Runyon Canyon, man. It's no joke. So you're jogging with the stroller. That's cool.
I jog, yeah, and the daughter's in Taekwondo too, so we're always doing some ass kicking.
And how much are you painting a week? You painting all the time?
Every day, every night.
Every day, every night. Wow.
Yeah. Until I get tired.
So you have it a set time a day where you go spend time doing that, or just?
Yeah. After dinner, I cook dinner for the family. Then I'm done. Do the dishes and go cook.
You're a good cook?
I paint. I'm better. I'm a dad cook.
Yeah, I'm a terrible cook, man.
No, I love cooking.
You love it. Okay.
I love cooking.
So you're making vegan stuff for the wife.
I make vegan stuff for her. Yeah, I still eat the same food I ate when I was vegan, but I just a little bit of meat every once in a while. Until
your wife's ball breaking you. I love it.
Yeah, shit, bad.
Are you on social media that much or no?
To sell art, you have to. It's a necessary evil, just like really you have for this podcast.
Totally, dude.
You know,
and promoting things.
It's poison.
It is, man.
I can't handle it. I can't believe what.
It's a love-hate thing, but it's
a tool.
We have to do it.
Yeah.
We're not handing out flyers anymore, man.
But you're like you put it out there and you attract it. Like because of your social media presence, I've been able to see what you've been doing.
Gotcha.
And it attracted me to what you're doing, your vibe. And that's what I want to do. I want to put out good stuff, good work.
Yeah.
Use the platform for what it was meant to inspire.
There's so much negative shit out there anyway.
I'm not going to be a part of it. You're not a part of that.
Nah, dude.
You're the antithesis of that.
There's like deep negative cesspools on the internet, dude.
I'm here to tell you that keep doing what you've been doing, man.
Thank you, brother.
I felt like I needed to come here and ride here. That's why I'm here,
Thank you.
No,
I'm glad we connected. This is awesome because we met throughout the years, and it's just perfect, man. You have any regrets in your life?
Not buying a house when I should have.
Damn.
That's a big one.
When you had a good chunk of money back in the day or something?
I just squandered it. Well, not squandered it, but it was never much. It was just enough to get by. I've lived a good life, and I was able to live off music and art for my whole life. But I wish I would have, at some point, bought a house when it was accessible to buy a fucking house.
Yeah. Like 90s?
90s, man. I'm so stoked for you. Anybody
So you
that
never
owns
owned a house your whole life?
I've never owned a house my whole life. Yep.
It's not too late though.
It's not.
Damn.
We're working on it.
That's a main regret. Okay, so you were renting.
Renting.
Did you have opportunities to buy something? You're just like, nah, or no?
I just never had the down, like it's tough. Whatever.
Were you smart with your money throughout the years?
No. I never had much though. I never
invest in things?
No. I invested in myself,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was smart with my time.
Yeah.
And I did, I was able to live the way I wanted to live.
Yeah.
And I never thought things would be this bad.
Yeah.
$3,000 rent.
It's crazy.
I never
dude.
thought in my lifetime,
I know. It is crazy though.
It's insane.
I'm very lucky. I don't think if we had bought in this place, and even if we sell this place, I don't know where we're going to go because it's so expensive to live here. So we'd have to leave the state or something. I don't know.
It's a great neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife was looking at Austin during the pandemic, or she's from Chicago. I would never live in Chicago. I love the city, but fuck the winter.
Yeah.
I never live in the winter
I know
again.
people in Chicago and they fucking hate the winter.
But it's such a beautiful city and the summer's great. Yeah, whatever. But still, it's like, I love California, man. I grew up like loving this place, watching all the watch the skate videos and just coming here and just living here.
It suits you well.
I love it, dude. I've been here longer than anywhere else I lived my whole life.
Is your whole band here?
Rusty moved to South Carolina during the pandemic. He bought like all this freaking land and built things, and now he's renting out things. He bought like old post office in this town.
Nice.
So he lives in like a small town in South Carolina, man.
Nice.
Which is kind of crazy. He kind of gets a little crazy there because he's a 60-year-old man living there and trying to make friends, and they still have clan meetings like 10 miles from his house. So it's like it's the South, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I think about Austin. Like, it's such a dope city, but you're still in Texas where there's Confederate flags and all this craziness around it. So I don't know, man. I love California. I know the taxes are high, but like, we can go snowboarding, we can go surfing. It's fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah, you're at the end of the world.
Sunshine every day, and when it's not, I like when it rains too. It's been nice when it rains, but like when we first moved, it was like we have to go out every single day. It's sunny out, but then you realize it's like it's Pleasantville, dude.
Yeah,
I'm very blessed to live here, dude. I can't believe I'm like Cali for life, and like I couldn't live anywhere else, man.
Yeah.
I've been all around the world. I love all the cultures. I love all the places I've been to, but like Cali, dude. And I land here in California, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it suits
People
you
hate
well.
on LA so much, hate on Hollywood and all that shit. It's like, it's who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, everybody comes here to take.
Yes.
I lived in
a
LA.
lot of takers, bro.
I lived in LA for a long time, and that's the first thing I noticed. People come here and they want to make
Social
something.
climb and all that shit.
And if they don't make it, they're out. They're gone. Everyone comes here to take and
run through people.
You got the whole Chicano and Hispanic culture that have been here, that are always going to be here, and that's what it's all about. And then there's the people that have born and raised here that will continue to, shape the culture.
Yeah.
And people like you that are here that are actually shaping the culture.
Thank you.
You're not here to just take from it.
I love giving back to it. I love talking about it. I've had people on from all different walks of life. I love hip hop, skateboarding. I still go to all these shows. I still in the mix. I love LA so much. I went to New York last week, and it's just not my city no more. When I went there, it seems so young because I'm so old, and just all my places are gone, and my pizza spot's not there. It's just different. Everything changes. But like here,
did you ever live in New York, in Manhattan?
Yeah, I moved here from Manhattan.
You did.
I moved here from a 400 square foot apartment with my wife Moon, like big as this kitchen probably, dude. It was brutal. I had 4 different places in Manhattan.
Wow.
Crazy. Lower East Side, yeah. Lived in Queens, Flushing, Jackson Heights, Astoria. I moved there in '88. Got dropped off at a Token Entry show when I was 18. With all my bags. I was just pen pals with Timmy Chunks. And I moved in with him, dude. It was fucking crazy. I graduated high school right to New York. All by myself, dude. It was crazy shit I've ever done. I never think about it. I couldn't imagine my son doing that,
Yeah. I mean, you have there's a lot of similarities going on, There was times where I had nothing but a bag.
Yeah.
Just like make it, like do or die. There was no plan B.
Dude, no plan B.
No plan B.
I've never had a plan B, man.
Yeah, me neither.
I still don't have one. This podcast is my plan B, but I never had one. You don't have that. You don't have a retirement plan in music. There's Music Cares. It helps out people and stuff. I think Music Cares is incredible. But there's no nothing for us. This is it. This is just, we dedicate our lives to this shit, dude.
I don't plan on any retirement.
Yeah.
Retirement? What?
And that's why we kind of can't stop.
Yeah.
But I love it too. Like, I'm not going to do it if I don't like it. I still have fun with my band. There was a time we got caught up in the business and the manager and the booking agent, all this shit on a major label, all that stupid stuff you get, all that business part of it. I hated that part. But when I'm on stage, I love playing these songs. I still live these same lyrics I wrote 30 years ago. It's my fucking life. These are my brothers. My brother was actually in the band with me. He's in Offspring now. He comes back and forth. So to play on stage is beautiful, man. You have your best friends on there, ball breaking each other. Everybody knows each other's weak spots to pick on them. Just stupid shit.
Yeah.
You talk like sailors.
Stuff that you've earned.
Stuff that you earned, dude. Yeah. Sleeping on floors together, being in fucking vans together.
Everything in
breaking down.
That surrounds you, you've earned it.
Yeah.
And nobody can take that away from you.
I do have the punk rock guilt shit sometimes too. You know what I mean?
What?
So, I don't know. Just like when I bought that sauna, bro, and I sold my car, and I'm like, I don't deserve a sauna. No, I see. This is my dream to have it in my backyard, but I worked hard for it. And there's this thing about, do I deserve nice big things? I never had any of that shit growing up. So it's like, we're just owning a house in California. We busted our ass for that shit, though. You know?
Yeah.
I remember the first money I ever made. My wife took it from me, and she put it in an IRA. And we looked at it the other day. It's worth like this crazy amount of money because she took. It was only $5,000 she took from me. That was the most money I ever had. I put it in an IRA, and now I look at it now like, holy shit. My wife's smart. Shout out to my wife she's with me 27 years. So it's like, other than that, I'd be like probably dying right now, not even owning anything. But having a supporting wife. You married?
Yeah, I'm married. Yeah.
How many years?
10 years.
Fucking A. That's awesome.
Yeah, she's
just
great.
having a wife and holding you down like that.
Somebody that wants to hang out with me.
Yeah.
That likes me.
And made it through the pandemic with her too. She's a real one.
Yeah, we were good.
But then like you traveling, coming back, painting, doing all your art stuff, not the typical 9-to-5 shit, which you just did for the pandemic, as a noble fucking father would do. But I'm just saying, like, supporting your creativity.
Yeah, she's a trooper. She puts up with my shit.
And you need that, especially when you're in the band, dude.
Yeah. You can't go out there anymore, single guy.
I can't imagine,
way.
Dude, I can't imagine being single in my 50s, bro, being on those apps.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know what I would do.
That's some dark shit.
It's crazy seeing my son on those apps, how they just meet up. It's crazy world right now.
He don't need no apps. Jesus Christ.
I know, dude, but he's on that shit. But imagine being 50 and single. I'm so blessed to have a wife that like deals with all my fucking insanities and like holds me down. And we're very lucky, man, to have women in our lives and family and shit. So we have family and you got the music. So we get to do what we love, you know?
Yeah. We're two lucky men.
We really are, man. It's like, and we're still having fun and we still look good and we feel good, you know? That's the main thing. So yeah, it's a fucking blessing, man. This is a great conversation, bro. I knew this was going to be a good conversation. Every time I get with somebody who I've met a couple times and I've seen throughout the years, every time I sit with him, it's always fucking dope. I knew it, dude. I love that shit. Because you're not a stranger. Like, we know each other, but never really hung out with each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just fucking talking shit. What else? Are you an optimist or pessimist?
I'm an optimist.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm a realist.
Yeah, my wife's a realist too.
I'm more of a realist, you know.
Okay.
I think that's what I offer my wife.
Okay.
You know, the reality of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's.
Is she an optimist?
She's an optimist. Yeah, she doesn't know that you have to do this, and this is going to happen. I have the gift of seeing what's going to happen 10 steps down the way.
Yeah.
And it's a curse. It's a fucking curse.
And it's always right?
Always. It sucks.
Damn.
It was like that with girls if I was ever single. I knew where you're going to be like, and like I'm good at like the foresight. I can see what things are going to be, how things are going to turn out.
So you kind of put it out there, you know what's going to happen, kind of.
Yeah, trying to keep us on the straight.
Are you pretty positive, happy cat usually, or no?
No, I'm
dark.
I'm dark. I'm dark.
You get dark.
Yeah, I think it's from my mom.
Okay.
And my upbringing, I got a darkness about me. But I don't want to be. I got in my head, I'm the funniest person in the world. I got a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
That's the saving grace. And I'm surrounded by people that fucking laugh, and laughing is the best, and fucking around with each other.
Yeah.
Keep me from getting too dark.
But then you get into dark places, and probably painting helps get out of that space.
Yeah, I go to dark places, yeah.
Damn. You get depression throughout your life too?
No.
Yeah,
No, it's just a part of like, I'm not prone to depression.
Me either.
No.
I do get down though. People think, oh, you're always happy, but like, I don't. I have my mood swings. I don't wake up every day. Life is great, PMA. Like, I know the world sucks. It's fucking really heavy, and there's crazy shit going on that I have no control over. And
but you're introspective.
But if I post about it or try to say something about it, is that going to help? Like, what part can I feel the world's pain? So yeah, I do get down. I try to like, I don't know. I try to inspire or do something to get people's minds off it and just kind of keep it moving in my life. But I do live in a PMA bubble at times where like, I don't watch the news, none of that shit.
Yeah, but you just said you keep it moving.
I keep it moving.
Me and you are both like that. I keep it moving.
Yeah.
As long as you just keep it moving and keep forward and keep working, and it'll pass. It'll pass.
Yeah. And then having like an awesome wife to talk to about shit or a therapist or whatever, like it all helps, you know what I mean? Like, but it's a balance, and I'm not perfect and neither are you, and we go through shit. We're humans. I think people feel like you're not, when people see you in a certain way, like in the band where they have this whole perspective of you, especially on social media, it's like small percentage of who we really are.
Yeah.
It's barely even any of us, dude. It's a small part of us. So a perspective is a big thing, I think, too, especially with social media.
Yeah.
What they think a band's is supposed to be, or how rich you're supposed to be, or what you're doing, or what you represent, or what politics you're into, and all that stuff. It's like, I feel like social media has kind of made that really, really bad.
It's made everything a meme. Everything.
Yeah.
Complex ideas are pro-choice or pro-life.
Yeah.
Everything's just this or that, right or wrong, black and white.
It is.
It's made everything oversimplified. And nobody can talk about anything anymore.
Anything, dude.
Anything complex. You can't have any. You have to be this or that.
Or a different opinion.
You can't be in the middle.
Or a different view.
Yeah.
Like I have so many friends that like aren't vegan, aren't straight edge, aren't positive, into different politics, and we have these discussions when we hang out face to face about shit. Like that's the shit I love. Like online shit, you're never gonna win an argument. It's fucking not real life. There's so much negativity on there, especially with like the division that's been happening since before the pandemic, but got really bad during the pandemic.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't.
And everybody's at home, they're on their phones, and like the president's tweeting, and just all this shit. It's just like, it's meant. It fucks with your mental, man.
Again, that's why I'm here to tell you to keep doing what you're doing, dude.
Thank you, man.
Everything you're doing, it reached me.
Yeah, thank you, man. That's awesome.
I'm not here. I don't feel like I'm here to like promote anything, or I just wanted to tell you, like
you came to give me my flowers. Thank you.
Came to give you some flowers and tell you that there's, I like to do that to people that I feel like, hey, there's somebody out there listening. You're not, everything you're doing is not in vain.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you.
Sending out the signal, you're transmitting.
I've always put myself out there, and maybe sometimes that could be seen as a weakness, or people take advantage of that. But it's just who I am.
No, you're stronger than that. You're stronger than that.
Thank you.
You're upstairs here in your transmission room, sending out the waves.
In my fucking pink kitchen, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, fuck, man. Thank you so much for being. This has been awesome, man. Talk about your life. Check out my notes on you. You got a lot of stuff coming up. You're not Jimmy G's cousin. We know that for a fact. Shout out to Jimmy Gestapo, man. We love you, Jimmy.
God,
Gestapo.
Jimmy's the best.
One of the best frontmen in the history of hardcore, man.
So I'd say
stand-up comedian.
I'd say it's a agnostic front.
Woo.
Cro-Mags and Murphy's Law, right? Like
Yes,
the original, like the OG fucking.
Yes, dude. Do you like New York hardcore stuff too?
Yeah, I like.
It's awesome.
Murphy's Law records were always fucking funny.
So
like
funny.
So
Back
from
with a
left
bong. Dude, Penny Raid. Dude, all those songs.
Oh my God, they were like the Beastie Boys.
Totally.
Almost, but like,
and they opened for the Beastie Boys.
yeah,
back then.
Jimmy he was a funny motherfucker, and they had a sense of humor about themselves, and they made it fun.
Yeah,
because
New York hardcore had a scary reputation.
Scary.
And he made it fun.
Yeah.
He's a great front man. He sings. They play ska. He dresses up. He throws beer in the crowd. They're one of my favorite bands. I have a Murphy's Law tattoo of the dude smoking a joint on my fucking leg, and I'm straight edge. That's how much I love Murphy's Law. Like, I love Murphy's Law.
Did you see when they were when he was on Phil Donahue's show in the 80s?
Yeah, dude. He's a fucking legend.
Yeah,
man.
he is. Yes,
he
he
opened
is.
for the Beastie Boys and the License to Ill tour.
I'm glad he's still kicking and he's still Jimmy.
Yeah, he's still the same person.
Yeah.
Ball breaker.
Yeah.
That New York tough ball breaking shit. Badass. Yeah, I love Jimmy Gestapo, man. But that's cool that he gave you such a warm welcome coming to New York, man.
Yeah, he made it possible for us to, like I said, he gave us the nod. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think we would have had such great shows back in the day.
That's crazy. What was the first place you played in New York? Was CB's?
No, I've never played CB's.
Really? Okay.
What was that? St. Mark's place?
Yeah, on Coney Island High.
Coney Island High.
Yes.
That week, we used to have the best fucking shows there.
Great.
And I remember
venue.
thinking like, we're just a fucking dweeby West Coast band. What, And it was because of Jimmy. Jimmy was Danny Diablo gave us props on a record once because of Jimmy.
Wow. Shout out to Ezek. That's crazy.
So I feel like, thank you. I got to say thank you.
Was it a little intimidating coming to New York?
Yeah.
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 Especially being from a West Coast skate punk band.
And it's the stories you hear about New York and all that shit, the mystery and all that.
I was hungry for it,
Damn, I'm curious you guys didn't play CB's. That's wild, man.
Never been.
Right down the street though, you played. Yeah. You had some good shows out there though, huh?
Great shows.
Where's some of your favorite places to play that you still play besides home?
Japan.
Japan's great.
I fucking love Japan.
Fucking love Japan, bro.
That's my favorite place in the world.
Many years, dude. When's the last time you guys went there?
I just came back from Japan last year.
It was awesome.
I love Japan. I love Japan. I love jazz music, and there's jazz everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the way they smoke their cigarettes. I love the way they dress. I love the fact that little kids can walk down the street and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
I love the culture. I love the
culture.
The bowing. I love,
Yeah, I love how at least when I used to go there, it's been a while, maybe 10 years, would the crowd be quiet in between songs out of respect so you could talk.
Yeah.
Or they bow to me before they stage dive and shit. It's fucking crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
We could take a page out of their book and, I try to.
No graffiti on the subways, people wearing masks out of respect because they're sick.
Yeah. It's not because I don't want to get what you got. It's I don't want to give you what I got.
Yes.
That's a whole big different
Seeing
dynamic
the bikes
there.
unlocked. I mean, it was back in the day when I'm thinking about these stories, but I'm sure it might be different now, more Americanized. But bicycles not even locked outside. Like, people so respectful, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy at certain places I couldn't show my tattoos because of the Yakuza and hotels or different pools. That's real life.
Have you ever seen Yakuza?
In real life, no.
I've seen them before, and you
feel the aura.
You feel the aura. They're like bitchin' looking snakes. There's a vibe,
Yeah.
And it just intrigued, like, whoa, I want to talk to that guy. I want to, like, what's that guy? Just they look fucking slick and
I know.
God,
Badasses, dude.
yeah.
Then there's some crazy vending machines over there.
Yeah, we know that. We know the panty ones.
It was so hard for veganism in the 90s, but now there's like vegan spots. It took a lot. It was slow for them to come around, but my brother sent me a picture. He was there with Offspring, like in front of a vegan restaurant. I was like, holy shit.
It was a Freshness Burger. I remember there's a couple spots.
Oh, you were vegan going there too, probably.
I was vegan the whole time I went there.
So it's hard, right? Like
it
rice
was
and seaweed.
so you would think, but
tofu.
it's a full masculine meat culture.
Yeah.
There's so much meat everywhere.
I had to bring shit with me from America.
Yeah, I believe it.
One time we found goober grape jelly at the 7-Eleven, which is peanut butter and jelly. We eat goober grape sandwiches all day. It was hard, man.
Is everybody in your band vegan?
Nah. Just me and my son now, but yeah, they went through all that, but nah. Because Adam Blake was a Hare Krishna, but not anymore. But nobody in the band parties.
Wait, say that again?
He was a Hare Krishna.
Oh, rad.
He was in Shelter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he came from Shelter before H2O.
Oh, wow.
He was a monk.
Wow.
Lived in the temple.
They got in a really bad accident.
Yes.
And that I remember following them. I was in a Youth of Today. They were huge growing up for us.
Yes.
And then Shelter made they were a little bit more rock and groove, and I loved Shelter has a big influence on me because they went from Youth of Today to like a little bit more grooving, and I love groove and metal.
Here we go again, and
God, so good.
Yeah.
They were doing something. God, nobody
did that.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And there was a spiritual. I like that. I like that they stood for something a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Just like the Bad Brains. There was like, I guess my whole life I kind of been searching for something spiritual.
Yeah.
There's a void. I'm not very religious.
I was going to ask you, you grew up religious at all? Yeah.
Catholic,
Same.
But it didn't really resonate with me.
Went to church?
I had to go to church.
Me too.
Every Wednesday and fucking Sunday.
Yes, me too.
Get my catechism.
Catechism, yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
I got some Catholic damage.
Same.
But I do Muay Thai now, and it's like a religion.
Okay.
It's like very spiritual, and there's a lot of superstition and a lot of ritual and a lot of pageantry. And I think that's why I gravitate towards it, because I like that. I like that about it. I think I'm always been searching for something deeper.
Yeah. But you never believed in God growing up or nothing like that?
I believe in something.
I did back then as a kid, but then, yeah.
I call it God because you got to give it a name.
Yeah.
You got to put some kind of blanket over it to give it some kind of form and shape.
Totally.
So I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not an atheist like I used to be, because I do see miracles every day. Every fucking day I see a miracle.
Yeah.
And you could choose not to see them, and that's fine. Or you could choose to see them, and they're everywhere. And then you start, oh my God. Then you start seeing other things.
Open your mind to it.
Yeah. Like, I like not having everything figured out, and I'm okay with not knowing everything.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the unknown.
Yeah, somebody put us on a timeout during the pandemic for sure.
It was fucking beautiful to see everything blossoming again, and nobody on the freeway.
All the animals coming back.
There was times where I was the only one on the freeway in my pool car, my truck with all my gear, and just cleaning pools by myself. It was fucking beautiful, Everything got to breathe again. She got to breathe again.
Yeah, that was so beautiful. We were on a timeout for sure, man.
Yeah.
It was interesting going to the grocery stores and seeing all the food gone except for the vegetables. People were eating veggies,
That's so
bro.
funny.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That was so crazy. Nobody were putting it together, like eat healthier and shit too.
Thank you for saying that.
It's so true.
We had a time in our country where nobody knew what was going on, and everyone was holding their breath. And our government, I'm not going to get on a rant. I swear to God.
You want, bro.
But we could have turned a fucking corner.
Yeah.
We could have said, we need to get healthy. We need to lose 20 pounds. We need to stop drinking so much. We had a time in our country where we could have really used that moment to grow and to change the way we live and change our lifestyle, because people were grasping at straws. Nobody knew what people were scared. And what do we do?
So true.
And I'm not going to get on a rant, but we went full pharmaceutical route again. And
Totally.
I'm not saying
You have diabetes, take a pill and still keep eating like shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
like here's the cure all. Like it just we went down the dark path again. We
Really
continued
did,
down the
man.
fucking dark path, and like I said, you were one of the people out there making yourself better. You were working out, you were jogging, you were skating, there's a few other people. Cab was one of them. Like people that like said, "Fuck this, I'm not gonna fucking no, I'm gonna make myself better." And
and be healthier. Yeah, it should. I think it woke a lot of people up, and unfortunately not everybody, to like getting on their diet and their health and mental and physical. But yeah, it's like when I would go outside during that, it'd be like awesome, but online it looks so fucking insane, looks so scary. But when I went outside and walked down the street, it went somewhere, it was fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think people got so caught up on the internet, like so fucking scared of the world, that they wouldn't even try and leave their house and even walk down the street and get exercise, or walk in their backyard, or get some fresh air, get vitamin D on your face.
But not Toby. Toby was transmitting.
I was going to the ocean, bro, all that shit. Like,
you were transmitting positivity, and it worked.
But the vegetables thing, that was so crazy.
It was amazing,
bro.
right?
What is the deal?
So I was vegan at the time, and we were like, "Oh my god! Like, there's no food shortage. It's all here."
I know the toilet paper shit,
dude.
It's such a weird time. I feel like those years are just like you can think about them and talk about them, but it just seems like they're just like never. I don't know. Like a couple years out of our life is gone. It's just like it seems so surreal thinking about it, man, and talking about it.
Yeah, I like to think it made me better.
100%.
I came out of there with me and my wife
stronger,
way stronger.
Yeah, I hope a lot of people took advantage of that. People getting paid by the government every month, like took advantage of this. Their health. People buying Pelotons. You couldn't find a bicycle or a skateboard, which is cool. Surfboards, they were all sold out. Weights went up in price.
Yeah,
like, all that shit.
I seen dads that you could tell a dad. I used to skate. Dads on the skateboard
Bringing
again
it back
with the kids. It was beautiful for a moment. For a moment, there was like,
but it made him go outside and do some shit and get off the fucking computer, man.
Yeah,
we're all so addicted to this shit, man. It's crazy, man. That's why I'm glad my son never had video games. He's barely on social media. He's always surfed, skated, played drums. He's always been outside.
he stands like a man too.
Thank you.
Good job, Dad.
Thank you. He probably a better. Yeah, that's awesome. He's getting taller than me too. It's fucking. But Dead Rebellion's out April 4th, new record, and then you got so many tours coming up. I'm psyched for you to be here. This episode is out today, April 1st. It's April Fool's today. None of this shit is a joke. Everything we talked about is awesome. So excited. I have all my questions for you. Let's see. I know what your last real job was. Daily rituals. Also, JasonCruzArt.com. That's where all your art is. You sell art on there all the time?
Yeah, I do.
I saw a really dope picture you painted of an Airstream trailer. I might get that actually.
Oh yeah, I'll paint you one.
Because my wife, that's her dream to have one of those in her backyard.
I love painting Airstreams. I'm gonna make you a painting.
Okay, sick. I love that one.
Yeah.
I haven't told her about it.
I wanted to kind of check out your vibe to see.
That'd be nice in here.
I was
right?
gonna do that for you. First of all, bring it.
Thank you.
But now I got your vibe down. I know exactly.
Oh, that's her freaking
exactly
dream.
what
Yeah,
to
that's
do.
her dream, dude, to have that. I think you should do another children's book. That'd be awesome. What about like an autobiography or something? Would you do something like that about yourself or no?
I think everybody should do that.
I'll probably do that in my 60s, maybe. Yeah.
Everybody should be assigned before they get too old to write a book about their life.
True. Yeah.
It should be a prerequisite.
Yeah. So you do art, poetry, music, everything. You do everything, bro. It's crazy you walked away from the art scholarship, though, and then you end up doing art anyway and killing it on your own terms. Self-taught.
You get a lot of bad paintings came out
So
of
what,
it.
though? You learn a lot of bad music, a lot of bad everything, and then we learn better. Now we're better singers. Do you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fucking 13 albums, bro. That's so crazy. I'm such a loser. My band's going to break up tomorrow. It's 13 albums. That's amazing, though, dude. It's a lot, man. You get a lot of shit off in the pen, man. It's crazy. Cool. Inspiring, dude. We could do a new record this year. It's our 30th anniversary. Doing a record with my son on drums is my goal this year.
30 years.
Yeah, it's been since 2015 since our last record. So we make every record like it's our last one. But whatever. Thank you for being here. This is fucking awesome. I'm excited you came. I'm glad it worked out. I was like, is he coming? I emailed everybody because we haven't talked. It was like through emails to other people. And I was like, give him my number. Let me know if he's on the way or not. I saw he played a show. I'm like, I got a missed call from like 714. I'm like, this is him. I wrote back, Jason. He never wrote back to me. It was like a missed call from like Orange County. But you're here. And I want to hang out with you more, man. Thank you for coming 2 hours on your motorcycle.
Let's skate. Let's skate.
Yeah, I want to skate. So I think that's closer to come to Carlsbad, right? That's where.
Yeah, whatever. I'll go. Whatever. I'll hit him up.
Yeah. Is there skate parks in Ventura? Yeah.
Yeah. There's in Oxnard. There's a really good skate park.
Oxnard. What a sick hardcore scene.
Oxnard, Nardcore.
Ill repute.
Boxnard.
Remember Ill Repute?
Ill Repute still playing. Yeah.
Incredible record.
Stalag 13.
Stalag 13.
Dr. No.
Dr. No. Dude, what's that song called? Book by Its Cover by Ill Repute. It's such an incredible. I love that band growing up.
Yeah.
Dude.
Mystic Records.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody gives Oxnard the props, man.
Yeah. No, they don't. Right.
They don't.
Scared Straight.
Scared Straight.
That's cool. Yeah. Cool.
That Stalag 13 with that guy jumping on the skater on the cover. I love those images.
Aggression. Yeah.
With the weird S's in it.
Yeah.
That was some shit growing up seeing those records. That's because I loved all the skate rock and all that other shit. I was so intrigued by California.
Remember Thrasher Skate Rock?
Come
the tapes?
on, bro. Fuck yeah, I had that shit.
Yeah.
Skate rock shirt.
Yeah.
Damn. Such a cool time, man. But I'm glad you still skate. We're going to bring you back skating with you, yeah.
Let's do it.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thanks to all the listeners. Check out his website. What's your Instagram? The same thing? Oh, it's Jason.
That's my name.
Jason Cruz Artificial. All your artwork's on there and your shows are on there, right?
Yeah.
And you have a Strung Out Instagram. Who runs that? Somebody who knows.
Somebody who knows what to do to make us look good.
Are you checking out new music? Like new hardcore or new bands? You pay attention to what's going on?
I listen to country music.
Wow.
New.
What kind of country? I know there's different kinds. There's Cash and then there's like...
The old stuff's cool. I just try and find the good stuff. There's some good singer-songwriters out there.
Okay.
A guy named Red Shahan that's writing some good stuff. I like guys with good guitar tone.
Okay.
I love Lucero.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite bands. Okay. Just Americana kind of stuff that.
So that you listen to that, you listen to classic stuff.
And jazz. I don't listen to too much hardcore punk.
Yeah, same. I'm more of hip hop and Coldplay.
Send me some good hip hop.
Okay. I listen to classic shit too, though. But
from the 90s.
There's a good record out by Schoolboy Q. It just came out. It's incredible. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. My son turns me on to stuff too. What about hip hop? You listen to hip hop still, or
no? Not please help me out.
You didn't know the one your daughter listens to?
House of Pain.
Yeah, House of Pain. Or what your daughter's listening to?
Yeah.
But you haven't been in their shows or nothing. Is it 21 Savage? Is that who it is? No.
21 what?
Savage. Have you heard of that?
No. 21 Savage.
Huge hip hop artist. Yeah.
Okay.
I love you don't know that.
I'm gonna check out the Andre 2000 record though.
Yo. You should listen to that.
I told you, you're the fourth or fifth person.
Because for you, it's going to be very calming. I listen to it when I fly now. I listen to it in the sauna. It's so peaceful. It's horns. It's beautiful. No singing, nothing, dude.
Anderson .Paak is
he's great.
He's fucking incredible.
Drummer, singer, everything.
Yeah,
dude.
while he's playing these crazy beats, he did this Tiny Desk performance.
I saw that. It's great.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, he's sick. It's cool. You know he is. What about Kendrick?
Kendrick Lamar, yeah, I love the new Dre record. Is probably like the only hip hop record I keep listening to. Compton.
Oh yeah.
I still love that record.
Okay,
to me, it's like a prog hip hop record.
That was for the soundtrack of the movie, right?
Yeah, there's so much variety and
that's cool. You're talking about that record, yeah.
Every song, I feel like there's different parts. Yeah. Like it's not just a beat and somebody rapping. There's like music. It's like a it's got parts and breakdowns and refrains. That cool. There's a lot going on in that record production wise that it keeps me going back to that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised he never put out another record after that. He was talking about the Detox, never came out. For years, he's been sitting on this record that's supposed to come out after Chronic 2001, never came out.
Yeah, he's a billionaire now.
I know, dude. It's so crazy, man.
He's got billionaire problems now.
Yeah, imagine. We got fucking nothing near problems. No, I'm just kidding. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Toby.
Thanks, brother. Bye. All right, back in the pod with Jason. Good morning, man. I just want to tell you, appreciate your time yesterday. You say you're about to go for a jog right now. That's freaking awesome. You're inspiring me. I think I'm going to go for a jog today, too, as well. Not jog, maybe like a fast walk, just because of my knees.
Fast walk is good enough.
I know, good for the cardio.
How's your shoes? Have you been replacing your shoes every few months?
Yeah, how do you know about that? Yeah, I have a bunch of different shoes that I use. I use like Hoka's and Ons, and somebody told me to have a bunch of rotating shoes. It's really good for your runs. It changes up everything, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It's important.
Are there certain ones you walk in or run in?
I just got my Asics. I've tried. I switch them out every 6 months. That's what they tell me I should do.
Wow.
So I try to be vigilant about that.
I was going to ask you too. Yes, a couple things I've got to ask you. One is like, what do you sleep good at night? Are you like you guy that doesn't sleep, or you stay up late, or are you a night owl?
Yeah, I'm a night owl, and I crash. I collapse at the end of the night.
Like what? Like 1 o'clock, probably 2 o'clock. Or that's too late.
No, it's too late. I got to get up at 6 with the kid every day, so I usually crash about like 12:30. That's like my average.
That's good. Yeah. Then we get 6 hours of sleep. So you average like 6 hours a night.
6 hours a night, and then I take a power nap. I take about a 30-minute nap in the middle of the day. So
love that, dude. Naps are so important, so good, especially not just saying for our age in general, like 10 to 15-minute naps, even 30-minute naps. Sometimes if you do a nap too long, it just makes you groggy the rest of the day and messes up your day.
Yeah. I need the nap. I definitely need the nap.
It's funny because I forgot to say this yesterday that I had an episode called the Pool Guy on my podcast, and it was a pretty big episode, but I didn't say who it was. Everybody found it later. It was Fred Durst. He was dressed up as a character, and all we talked about was cleaning pools. So he was my first pool guy on this podcast. But you actually was a real pool cleaning guy, which I think's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah, I had the truck. I had everything. I had the truck and everything. I fulfilled your pool service needs.
You have to listen to that episode. We freestyled the whole thing, me and Derek, and it was just like off the cuff. And he wouldn't break character the whole time, and just how important it was to clean pools and all that stuff. And nobody knew it was him. It was so crazy, man.
It was funny because I started doing it during the pandemic when everybody was locked away, so the world was mine. But when they opened up when they let everybody out, it was insane. It was insane. People right away went. The sun was out, and they went to the pools, and it was crazy. There were 40 people for a pool, and I that's when I kind of eased my way out of it and got back into the real life. Did you
ever sneak in like a carve or like skate a pool when it was empty?
You know what? I have I can't I gave a few tips on where I knew some empty pools were to some people, some interested parties.
That's cool.
Steve Alba flies around in a plane and it's amazing. He's like he's militant about it.
Yeah, the scouting pools and helicopters and planes and looking down in neighborhoods and stuff. That's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Another thing you said off the podcast, too, that I realized, obviously I knew you're Mexican, but you're Mexican and German. So what side of the family is that?
My mom was German from Stuttgart, and my dad is a Mexican-American, second-generation Mexican-American. So, yeah.
How'd they meet?
My dad was in Vietnam, and then after he left Vietnam, he got stationed in Germany for
that makes sense.
year.
Yep.
And that's where I met my mom.
Yeah, Stuttgart, there's some really good shows, playing good shows out there. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So did you go out there ever and visit when you were younger or anything like that? Or
when I was a baby, I went, but it was cool to go on tour and visit the place where my parents fell in love.
That's awesome.
That was pretty special for me because Stuttgart's a beautiful town, and I try to imagine what they felt like and just take in the surroundings.
Were they together until your mom passed?
No, they divorced a while ago.
Okay. Wow, man. Well, yeah, the pool guy I really want to talk about. It's just so funny because we mentioned you worked in the pandemic, but what your job was, you actually did that work, and that's like serious, no joke work. That's not like doing this like a 9-to-5 thing where like you're sitting at a desk. Like you out there, really in the mix, man. I respect it so much.
Well, yeah, and I'm proud that I didn't miss rent. A lot of people had a really hard time getting out because they owed their landlord, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000.
Yeah.
I know some people that just, God, they got into that trap, and it sucks. And I'm so glad I was able to just make it through,
Yeah, it's crazy. Like just people just living from, not that you were doing that, but there's a lot of people just tour and that's it. And that's all they do, full-time touring. I know you do stuff in between, but some people, that's all they had. And so some of my friends were hitting me up for tips about like, maybe I'll put some merch online. What should I do? Like asking me advice about other things. I never just focused on just the band. I always had side things I was doing, other things I was trying to like express myself in. So I didn't just count on the band because it's hard to count on 4 other dudes all the time, especially when everybody's got different schedules and they have kids. It's different,
That's what I always tell kids when they ask me for advice. I say, dude, learn something other than music, because it's not, you have to be able to like support yourself when that's not going to, and if you're going to make art your life, you have to have some way to pay the rent, because it's not always going to do it, and you make bad decisions when you have to rely on your art for money.
Yes, you do. Sometimes you like go on a tour you don't want to. Nah, not about that. Maybe sometimes. I mean, it's always fun.
Yeah.
You
so sometimes you got to make decisions based off money, financial reasons, and it's not the best thing for the band or the longevity of the band or the look of the band,
Yeah, you get stuck in that machine too of just like make the record, promote the record, tour on the record, make the new merch, like get a new banner, go on the tour, like play these shows, go back to the same markets over and over again. It's almost like then it almost becomes like not work, but kind of it's just like your schedule, have like a serious schedule of like what you have to do to survive and pay your bills, and then it becomes like a job in a sense. I don't know. It's interesting with that.
And the most defiant and progressive artists are the ones that don't need it for money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, like you brought up something about messing with someone's paper. Like when your paper gets fucked with, then you have to like kind of adhere to people's tastes and people's,
Yeah.
you know, people's petty little I'm not saying that right, but you're a slave. You're actually kind of, your art is a slave to your audience when you have to when you're so reliant on it for your financial well-being.
I could never imagine like being in a band with somebody I didn't like, or just being up there for money and not talking to each other before you go on stage. None of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh God,
it's
terrible. It's terrible.
So yeah, I mean, we're, like again, we talked yesterday. Like, we're very lucky, man. We're very, very lucky that like we still love we still the guys in the band. We have fun, all that stuff, man. Because a lot of people that aren't in that situation, man. It's just like, it's kind of sad to see that. Just people with separate dressing rooms, or just like all that stuff. Just don't talk to each other. Go on stage and then they leave. Don't say goodbye to each other. Anyway,
like I said, we're two guys that earned everything that we have.
Mm-hmm. Definitely paid our dues. Definitely worked hard for it. Definitely grinded. Definitely sacrificed. There's a lot of sacrifice being in the band, missing people's funerals and their weddings and people passing and all that stuff. It's not all glamorous.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here we are, 50 years old, about to go for a jog. I love it. I appreciate your time, man, and yeah, I'm psyched to hang out with you again in real life, and I really appreciate you coming here. It was really great hanging out with you, man, and I have much respect and love for you and everything, your fam, your band. I wish you guys luck on tour this summer, new record, all that, and hopefully I'll see you out here when you play and stuff, you know?
Thank you for the electrolytes and the protein. I'm hopped up on both right now.
What did wifey say? She liked the stuff? She saw the stuff?
Yeah, she wants to meet you. Actually, she's.
I definitely want to meet her for sure. She said I was on you about the vegan shit, right?
I'm getting it from both sides now. I think I'm gonna have to switch it up a little bit. She's
supporting. She was stoked that I talked to you about it. And I gave you that stuff to bring home. Yeah.
Very stoked.
Yeah, dude, all that protein stuff, all that stuff. Like, dude, I help you with all that stuff, man. I'm like, I've never had any issues my whole life, but I've also never been like really a junk food vegan. Like we talked yesterday about like sometimes people get caught up in just eating the processed meats and all. Like it's easy to be a junk food vegan. It's so easy to do that. You know, it's just there's so much amazing vegan food, all types of food, but there's also just basics like beans and rice and kale and quinoa. That's what I do, man. Tofu. I'm just like OG classic stuff, like the proteins, the less fats, and like vegetables, and like we talked yesterday, like I feel like that's kind of went away. How big plant-based has got and veganism has got. Everybody's focused on all the fake stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, it seems like they think that's the protocol. You have to have that to be vegan. Like, this is what everybody's eating that, but it's not true. Like, the basics.
I wanted to make a record called Beans and Rice. I fucking love beans and rice.
Dude.
I can eat beans and rice all day, every fucking day. I'm the rice master. I know 15 different ways to make rice.
Really?
Yeah, I love beans and rice.
Dude, beans and rice, just pure protein, man. I love it, man. Like, what do you know about like people saying white rice is better for you or the brown rice is? You ever get into that kind of stuff or no?
Yeah, I heard white. I always thought brown rice was better for you, but I've read that white rice is better. I think they said brown rice has arsenic in it or something like. I don't fucking know, but I try. And then now they're saying white rice breaks down into sugar really bad, and there's so many goddamn opinions about everything.
I know you can look up one thing and then find the exact opposite, especially on the internet. Like you can find sides of everything, dude. You can look at. I mean. Like my son yesterday, like he thought thinks he has skin cancer because he has a bump on his face. Then he looks up other things like, nah, it's this, now it's that. It's like, and then you go to a doctor. Who knows? There's so many things to look up. It's like, I don't know. So much information. And what's real and what's not. That's the trick. And even going to a doctor, like, do we even trust doctors? I don't know, man. It's crazy, dude.
He's got to stop touching his face.
I know.
He's got to stop touching it.
He's surfing right now. He's went to the ocean now. He's freaking madman. Well, have a great day, Jason. I'll be in touch with you. And stoked that yesterday was just a great combo and great hang with you, and it's just perfect, man. So I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Toby. I'm glad you're out there, man. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. Thanks for all the love and everything too, and the kind words. I appreciate it. And have a good jog.
All right, I'm around. Thank you.
Bye. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swipe the credit card. Don't really tell me much. Didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years to have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life, One Chance podcast is now with Removery. I have a code. Use TobyH20 and get $100 off your first session. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Over 600,000 removal treatments done. 100 locations. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art peak-away laser technology. Cryo-technology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting them covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out.